Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to live football action, and it is the main event of the fifth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. And what a cracking contest we have coming to you live from the GMC Stadium in Goa. 54 teams across 9 regions, and now we are down to the final two. It's the two-time champions Bengaluru Football Club taking on the home side FC Goa, looking for their first title of the Reliance Foundation Development League. And this promises to be a cracker of a contest as both teams will go hammer and tongs for the next 90 minutes to try and book their spot and put their name on the trophy. Bengaluru Football Club taking on FC Goa as live action coming to you live from the GMC Stadium in Goa with kickoff 10 minutes away. Well, I'm Suraj, your commentator for this massive clash. Alongside me is my colleague Kumar Satyam. Welcome along, Kumar.
Well, thank you, Suraj, for that introduction. And stakes couldn't be higher. A cold afternoon in Bambalim, where the palm trees sway in rhythm with the heartbeat of a nation's hope. Welcome one and all to the GMC Stadium. And the air is thick, not just with the coastal humidity of Goa, but with the heavy, delicious scent of destiny. It's nearing 4 o'clock, and the shadows are lengthening, and this is what we are playing for. The Reliance Foundation Development League, the silverware, the coveted trophy. And it all goes down to two teams, and two teams fighting for destiny is the two-time champions Bengaluru taking on FC Goa. Can't pick any sides, and it can't get any better, Suraj.
It cannot get better as both these sides did meet each other previously in the national group stages, but that will be a distant memory. It's all about what happens in the 90 minutes on the field here today. FC Goa having gotten through a very tough tie against Punjab Football Club over the two legs, coming in the back of a loss, but the confidence will be roaring here. And as for Bengaluru Football Club, a perfect tonic, putting 10 past Kerala Blasters over the two legs. As we can see, the fans turning up in numbers, yes, Kumar, and this is exactly what it's all about.
And this will help FC Goa. They're playing in their home ground with fans coming in, the support standing in their way is Bengaluru, of course, who have been a juggernaut. Bengaluru come into this final with a massive 55 goals scored across the campaign. But FC Goa, every time they needed an answer, they have found one. They have scrapped, they have scratched, they have clawed, but they have not given up. Remember, at one point in the national group stages, felt like FC Goa might not qualify. It was tense. Three teams at 14 points in the Deccan, so they were Delhi FC Goa, but they found the courage and the resilience. And once they qualified from there on, what a performance in the semi-finals against Punjab. No one believed that. No one saw that coming. Punjab on paper in every metrics with a better side. But hey, remember, we have talked about this, right? In knockouts, in finals and semi-finals, it's not about who's better on paper. It's about the team that has more hunger on the given day.
And that's spot on here. It's all about what happens on the pitch here today. The GMC Stadium in Goa will play host to the finals here. The Reliance Foundation Development League now into the fifth season, Kumar, and the quality just keeps getting better and better every season. And that's what the Reliance Foundation Development League is all about. Game time has been premier, and the new format has certainly helped in their favor with these two sides getting that team chemistry going throughout the semi-finals. They were excellent, but now it is all about the finals. Both teams will be almost manifesting that towards the end to try and get their hands on the trophy. It's absolutely brilliant to see the fans turn out, the young, the old, and the ones in middle all tuning in here. FC Goa will have the home support, but for Bengaluru Football Club, they have the experience, Kumar. They've been here, they've done that before, and now searching for their third trophy.
Two times champion, and for sure, two-time champions will once again look to add the third into their trophy, into their cabinet list. But standing in the way, FC Goa, they are in the finals for the first time. They were in the semi-finals last time around as well, but were kicked out. But these local people, the home support, they will cheer them on. And sometimes in a finals, when you're playing in your home ground, the support could be vital. The 12th man coming into picture, FC Goa, they do have an upper hand with the fans.
As the referees leads the two sets of players out there in the middle, it is showtime here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. It's time for the finals of the fifth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. The national championship comes to the closure here. A massive 90 minutes to decide which one of these two teams will get their hands on the trophy. Both sets of players will be nervous, they'll be excited, and they'll be desperate for the start of the game here. The butterflies will be settling in here, Kumar, won't it?
It definitely would. But for Bengaluru FC, I mean, with the touchline of Renedy and Anup Raj, they would say, you know what, boys, you have done it. You have been here twice. You have won the championship twice. Just look at your predecessors and take on that note.
Spot on there, and it is our pleasure to invite our two dignitaries here today, Dr. Ajay Gowde, Director of Sports and Youth Affairs of Goa, and of course, Executive Director of Sports Authority of Goa, Dr. Caetano Fernandez, President of Goa Football Association, to join the officials on the field here today, as both sets of players will be looking to get this started here, as they will be ready. They have been preparing for this moment in a season that began with the regionals up to the zonals, then towards the national group stages, and now it's all about the national championship. The semi-finals is in the rearview mirror, and it's all about the 90 minutes here today.
Well, good to see the dignitaries coming in as well. I mean, that will definitely give the boys a bit of lift. Dr. Ajay Gowde, Director of Sports and Youth Affairs, alongside Dr. Caetano Fernandez, and the fans as well, in all same colors, in uniformity. And Israel Gurung is back. That's a good news for FC Goa. The head coach was absent throughout the two semi-finals, but he's back, and that will give the team a boost, that's for sure.
A massive boost indeed to see head coach Israel Gurung in the dugout here. And as for Bengaluru Football Club, they've got head coach Randy Singh, and under them they have been irresistible. As once again, these two teams will go for their handshakes. And once again, we'd like to thank our dignitaries here today, Dr. Ajay Gowde and of course Dr. Caetano Fernandez, the two dignitaries with the handshakes for the teams here. The coaches are ready, the players waiting for kickoff.
Well, talking about the league, this is more than just a league. This is a bridge to the stars. And today, this is a chance for these boys to become man. Today, a name becomes a legend. The trophy sits there, waiting for that warm touch of a champion. And the stadium holds its breath. We are all but ready for the kickoff. Just 4 minutes away now.
The referee today, it's a huge honor for Mr. Manish Vashisht, the referee for this final, alongside his two assistant referees, Aman Sudan and Harish Chandra Joshi, with the fourth official today, Manbir Singh, on the sidelines, keeping a close eye on proceedings as the two skippers out there in the middle with nervous energy, but the confidence coursing through their veins. On our left, in the national championship, leading his side from the front. And as for FC Goa, their midfield general, Wellington Fernandez, number 14, on your right, as we go through the finals of the pre-match before start of kickoff.
It's going to be really interesting. Sertocom back at the captain's duty. He's got 13 goals throughout the tournament, got 3 in the regionals, 3 in the zonals, 3 in the nationals, but most importantly, got 4 goals in the 2 semi-finals against Kerala Blasters. He would once again be the key man, Sertocom. Mohammad Arbash, we have talked about him, right? We have talked about him throughout the tournament. He would be the midfield general. For FC Goa, some of these names, Sean Francis Fernandez, Mohammad Sheikh Ismail, these two guys would be absolutely crucial, especially the captain, Wellington Fernandez, who will lead the midfield areas, and once again stressing onto it. Midfield battles would be key. Teams that control early possession, dominate the central areas in the first 10 to 15 minutes, usually tend to go on and dominate the first 45.
Well, Bengaluru Football Club with head coach Randy Singh has made just a solitary change. Ahibam Surat Singh remains in goal with the back four of Umlilal Hangshin, Yafaremba Bangsan Singh and Ashika Adhikari. Adil and Bobius remain as the midfield pivot with Mohammad Arbash in the number 10. On the wings, we got Samson and Rishi Singh. Rishi Singh, of course, in favor of Cyrus Avilash. And leading the line for Bengaluru Football Club is their number 9, Sertocom. 4 goals in the semi-finals in red-hot form. Whereas for FC Goa, it is a massive boost for them to see their head coach Israel Gurung back in the dugout, and he has rung in the changes as well. Then Remy keeps his place in goal. Akash Singh and Asher Rodriguez as the 2 fullbacks. Wesley Desai alongside Karan Fiallo after Citra Carvalho picked up a red card in the semi-finals. Prachit Gaukar and Wellington Fernandez as the midfield pivot. A front 3 of Bryson Pereira, Sangam Shetty and Mohammad Ismail on the right-hand side, with Sean Fernandez starting this all-important game for FC Goa as the centre forward here today.
And those changes coming in from FC Goa looks good. Right there, and the referees are ready. The captains are focused. Fans in Bambolim are ready. Will the trophy head south to the Garden City, or will it stay right here in the coastal paradise of Goa? The next 90 minutes will tell us.
Final checks by the officials. Everything is set for a firecracker for 90 minutes here. The fifth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League 2025-2026 comes to its crescendo here. 90 minutes to decide which one of these two teams will get their hands on the trophy. It is going to be a thriller of a contest as FC Goa in their all-white kit will kick things off from left to right here. Let's go.
All right then.
And we're off and running with FC Goa, kicking things off from left to right, immediately trying to just get that possession going in the early stages. As Karan Fialo drafted into the starting lineup in centre half, Citra Carvalho and Wesley Desau both have formed that impenetrable partnership, really. And it's Bengaluru on the attack immediately on the right-hand side here. They've been known to have fast starts here onto the right-hand side as Samson drills the ball in. Rishi Singh, rather, who's playing on the right-hand side. And it's a perfect start here, Kumar, as Bengaluru have the game's first corner.
This is what Reddy brings. This is the partnership between Reddy and Anuptez Raj has done to Bengaluru. They attack very early. They try and score goals early. And remember, they scored 7 goals against Kerala Blasters in 2 first halves in both semi-finals. So they're a team that likes to score early, and look out for Mohammad Arbash, who's on corner duties once again.
Arbash delivers. It's a decent whip. The flick-on header is very good defensively, but Bengaluru will keep the pressure going. It's the kind of start that we expect with head coach Reddy Singh's boys. We heard him in the post-match. He was still disappointed with the way that Bengaluru could not score more goals in the second half of the second leg of the semi-finals, despite the scoreline being 10-0 on aggregate. And here's Wellington Fernandez now driving forward with the ball, as you can hear the crowd cheering. Look at Fernandez go. He might run out of options. He's still going. It's absolutely brilliant for Wellington Fernandez. Can he get the ball across? Bengaluru defend that situation just about well. And that is what Goa is all about. The threat on the counter-attack nearly paying dividends as Wellington Fernandez did not start the game against Punjab Football Club in the second semi-finals. Now drafted into the starting 11 with the carved armband.
What a run that was from Wellington Fernandez. My word, nearly dribbling the entire defense, nearly dribbling the entire length of the pitch. It needed Ashik Adhikari to come back and track, and that tackle was all important. Otherwise, Wellington could have put the ball inside the box. FC Goa so easily could have taken the lead.
Know that Bengaluru Football Club, with both their fullbacks, are attacking. Umlelal Hangshin and Ashika Adhikari will create plenty of problems for FC Goa going forward. There is Ashika Adhikari, who did score absolutely brilliantly against Kerala Blasters, fullback to fullback on that occasion. No surprises that it's Bengaluru who are controlling the early stages. There's a big flick out here coming in, and it's perfectly weighted. Immediate control on the right-hand side here by Rishi Singh. Nothing on that right-hand side. Sabilash not making the starting 11 here. Bengaluru have so much quality in their team. The players that come off the bench, someone like Rishi Singh, high quality, isn't it, Kumar?
Definitely. And Saras Abhilash was having a chat with him. He's preparing for his duties in the under-18 team, and that's why he's absent today. But look at the options that Bengaluru have got. If Saras Abhilash is not playing, in comes Rishi, who's absolutely handy as a midfielder, even can play as a winger.
For FC Goa, before the game, we knew that Citra Carvalho, who picked up that second yellow card right towards the end against Punjab, you could see the disappointment on his face. Making such an all-important final, but Karan Fialo, in his absence, will need to step up alongside Wesley Desau. The two centre-halves will know that they will have their work cut out, especially against Serto Kom, who has been on fire. Talk about form here, Kumar. I mean, he couldn't come into this game in better form.
And the big thing for me is that he's getting those deliveries now. He's getting those balls inside to attack. And Hangshring and Sertokom have already combined. Arbash has combined with Sertokom. He would be the key man once again as he go on the attack.
Beautiful pass there as he looks for the cross into the box. Slightly overhit on that occasion. Sangam Shetty keeps the ball under control, puts the ball across the face of goal. Well defended. Umlelal Hanshin just puts that away, and it's a corner for FC Goa as the crowd roars once again. One corner each already. It's just been an electric start here to the final.
And no nonsense defending from Hangshring. Just taking no chances, hoisting and hanking that ball clear. And that's smart defending. You know, he don't need to do anything silly over there, just clearing his line.
Prachit Gankar in charge of set piece duty from the early stages here. Would score in the semi-finals as Prachit looks to deliver. It's a long hanging ball, doesn't make any contact with one of his players, but it's Wellington Fernandez who started the game very well on that left-hand side. Bengaluru defend that situation well, and it will be a throw-in for the two-time champion.
Wellington looks charged, doesn't he? I mean, he started the game at a good pace. He is the captain. He is carrying the responsibility. He's the under 23 man in that side, and he knows that he's carrying the captain's armband and he's delivering.
Just the kind of presence that you need in midfield, someone to drive with the ball, to break the Bengaluru press in midfield. They do have Adil and Bobish as the midfield pivot here for Bengaluru Football Club. That midfield battle is going to be absolutely crucial. Rachit Gankar and Wellington Fernandez tasked with that, but as Yafaremba switches it onto the left-hand side, Mohammad Arbash, in the early stages, will have the free rein to roam wherever he wants on the pitch. That's the kind of influence he has on his team, but make no mistake about it, he'll be there at the edge of the box to try and finish off these chances as Bengaluru down the right-hand side with Ashik Adhikari as the post go back. There's Mohammad Arbash again. He has been the creative spark and lovely bit of skill there from the number 10, looking to play the 1-2 here on the left-hand side. Here's Wamela Hangsheng, who keeps his balance nicely with Sinfield. He has been one of the standout left-backs, or full-backs rather, throughout this tournament, not just with his defensive work, but the way that he gets forward, contributes in terms of goals and assists. He is a pocket dynamo, isn't it, as Yafaremba goes with yet another beautiful switch here. This time keeps it under control. Looks for a bit of support. Samson just puts the ball into the box. It's comfortably cleared. But it's Bengaluru now with the early possession as Bobby just comes across, wins the ball. Oh, that might be a foul and possibly, a free kick there from Mohammad Ismail. A striker's challenge, really.
A sustained spell of possession from Bengaluru. Look how calmly and comfortably they keep the ball. Rotated Ashik Adhikari on this occasion, just too quick for Sheikh Mohammad Ismail. And Sheikh Mohammad Ismail catching him too late. Bengaluru earning a free kick. But that's been so good in the early 5 to 6 minutes. The way they're manipulating the ball. Arbash combining with Hangsheng, Samson as well. As Arbash once again stands on this free kick as usual.
Set piece maestro for Bengaluru Football Club, the number 10, as he keeps it short here, moves it to Wumlilal Hangsheng, might put this ball into the box. It's a weak ball, and now a chance for FC Goa on the counter-attack. They will commit players forward here, which to shift that onto the right-hand side. Here's Bryson Pereira. Wellington Fernandez just slows the pace of the game here. It's been a frantic start. We expected this way to go here, as FC Goa will be absolutely trying to keep Bengaluru at arm's length in the early stages, because you know that once Bengaluru get their noses in front, they're an extremely difficult side to stop here. Ask Kerala Blasters that, as they could not cope with the two-time champions. A beautiful pass between the lines here. As they shift onto the right-hand side, Rachit Gankar finds Asher Rodriguez, who got that all-important goal against Punjab in the opening leg. Ball faded across here, keeper in no man's land. Flaps at thin air. Happy to get that out of harm's way. Start here. That's the kind of encouragement that FC Goa will want going forward. It's Bengaluru on the attack. He loses out. Asher Fernandez does brilliantly here. And now Bryson Pereira, who's been moved off the ball quite comfortably. Bengaluru keep the ball here. Here's Wamela Hangsheng.
What a ball that was from Ashley Franz Rodriguez to find Sean Franks Fernandez, and nearly that could have resulted in something. For a moment or so, Ahibam Surah Singh was not so comfortable. But Asher Franz Rodriguez, apart from scoring that first goal, was also crucial in that bell left to the third. Won the penalty. Look at this ball from Asher Franz Rodriguez, just curling in the path of Sean Franks Fernandez. Oh, Ahibam Surah Singh, that's not comfortable at all.
He would have had his heart in his mouth there as soon as he flapped onto it. Thankfully, from Bengaluru's point of view, their centre halves bailing him out of trouble. Ahibam Surah Singh has been very good between the sticks. Need to have a flawless game here, because Sean Fernandez, any chance he gets, will look to pull the trigger as Bunsen Singh goes for the big switch out here. Second ball, very crucial. Nicely defended by Konsamakar Singh, who has been another standout fullback this season of the Reliance Foundation Development League, as Wellington Fernandez has been all over the pitch here, hasn't he?
Wellington Fernandez doing what he needs to do. Understands that he's the captain, understands that he needs to put a performance, and he's doing exactly that. And remember, he came onto the pitch instead of MSA. He was starting the previous game. And so he has that chip on his shoulder as well to perform in the finals, and he's doing exactly that.
It's crucial that both sets of players keep their discipline. The last thing that they want is give an advantage or be on an early yellow card and play the rest of the game on that proverbial tightrope.
Yeah.
Critical that both sets of players just manage that rush of blood to the head. We won't blame them, really. It's the final. We fully expect both sets of players to be absolutely charged up here as we're into the 10th minute. 1-0 the scoreline as Akar Singh takes a quick free kick here. They play it nicely here for Wellington Fernandez, who immediately picks his head up to find Mohammad Ismail on the right-hand side. Here's Goa now. This can be business for them. Ismail with a couple of step overs. And to get on that left foot, instead it's Bryson Pereira, who just overhits the cross. It's comfortable for Bengaluru.
Sheikh Mohammed Ismail, he was found brilliantly by once again that man again, Wellington Fernandez. What a ball that was to find him. Probably Sheikh Mohammed Ismail did not see much options in the box, was turning and teasing. In the end, it goes to Bryson Pereira, whose ball inside the box was rather disappointing. But you can see how Wellington Fernandez is dominating those midfield areas. He's been absolutely sensational in the first 10 minutes.
Critical that he does keep his discipline alongside Pachit Gaonkar in the midfield area as the driving run into him as 10 minutes on the clock here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. In a very even start as a big switch comes out onto the left-hand side, perfectly controlled. Ramesh from midfield finding himself Rishi Singh into midfield here as Bengaluru Football Club keep possession here, just looking to shade that. That's what head coach Narendra Singh wants from his players. Dominate the ball and make Goa chase their shadows here.
And once again, that switch was coming in from Yai Foremba, who's absolutely looking for those sprays each and every time he gets the space. And look how high Bangsan and Yai Foremba are playing. And this is where Bengaluru dominate. Those two centre-backs absolutely marooned forward, playing nearly at half line. And then, I've told this earlier, if those sprays are coming in, imagine that this team is playing good. Because if your centre-backs are that high and they're spraying the ball left, right, centre, you're dominating.
True, but FC Goa will know that if they can pinch the ball here, could be in business with the counter-attack. That's a beautiful pass between the lines onto the left-hand side here for Rishi Singh. He might go himself. Rishi Singh is just wide. Great bit of skill. Everything but the finish from the number 8. Lovely shake and take. He just creates the separation on his left foot. That's a huge sigh of relief there for FC Goa.
That's the kind of impact Rishi has. He's quick, he's fast, and he can shimmy. Goes onto his weaker left side, hits a shot, but goes up and over. But that FC Goa defense was sand packing with just one skill from Rishi. He's a very handy player.
Absolutely brilliant. You can understand as to why he was drafted into the starting 11 here today. Rishi Singh had an excellent tournament here. He went forward 3 goals in the national group stages for the number 8, and it's Bengaluru once again with all of the ball. But FC Goa don't mind this here, Kumar. They are happy to play on the counter attack. They've got the pace, they've got the power. It's all about trying to keep Bengaluru at arm's length as Faremba was just spicing up that switch again. Both centre halves efficient with those switches of play.
And you know what? Remember the first semi-finals against Punjab? This was the tempo. Punjab were attacking, Punjab were dominating, and FC Goa were very happy to sit down and whenever get the chance, hit them on the counter. And this is what they are trying to do once again. Look at that shape. It's a 4-4-2 coordination right now in defense when FC Goa are. And I think they are just looking for that counter whenever they get the ball. We'll see the likes of Wellington Fernandez driving forward alongside Bryson Pereira, trying to find those wingers.
Again, as the ball floated into the box, well defended there by Konsumakar Singh. Wellington Fernandez wins the first header. FC Goa looking to 2 passes, but they won't mind this here. They're exactly going according to plan. For head coach Israel Gurung would have been watching with pride as the way that his team handled business against Punjab Football Club. In his absence, of course, Videsh Mandrekar stepped in admirably. But it's time for Israel Gurung's side. This is his team, isn't it?
It is. And look how once again those Bengaluru boys are taking different positions. It's Rishi now has found himself on the left-hand side. It was Bobish who was playing on the left. Rishi does really well to win the ball. And we have talked about this, right? Bengaluru are very fluid with those positions. They keep on interchanging. And don't be surprised if you see Rishi and Bobish once again exchanging those flanks.
What a pass that is from the goalkeeper. Bamsurat Singh goes all the way back for Rishi Singh, and that might be a foul, and it is. You have to be very, very careful there. Asher Rodriguez will have his hands full, especially with Rishi Singh, who's looking to make the early impact. And the referee card in his pocket there. Kumar, I think Samson did pick up a yellow card early on. It was confirmed on the screen. Fullbacks, players will have to be at their best in terms of discipline. And Bengaluru line up yet another free kick.
Yeah, the last thing you want is to probably go out after a disciplinary action against you, especially in the finals. And those fullbacks have to be careful. This will be a free kick coming in.
And is eyeing this one up. They expect this to be curled in. It's perfectly weighted. Well defended there from FC Goa. Height and distance from the clearance. Bengaluru with all of the ball. He has been into the 15th minute here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. The noise is deafening here. You can see the crowd pouring in to support their teams. Rumlila left-hand side. Plenty of time and space to pick his pass. Immediately shifts it to Samson on the left-hand side. Wingers are fluid. It's a brilliant ball in. How's the control here? He does manage to get that. Looks for the back heel. Can he get the shot away? Asher Rodriguez just about manages to clear. It was Sangam Shetty as the ball being recycled into the box. From Goa's point of view, good sigh of relief again.
And once again, Bengaluru on the attack. And there was a great ball from Samson inside. And then the back heel. Was that Jai Faramba with that back heel? It was Jai Faramba who was playing the furthest forward. And that goes to show you how the venture. Jai Faramba was staying from that free kick. He was pushing forward and he was staying inside the box. And then went for that back heel. Good presence of mind from the defender. But dare I call him a defender? The way he sprays the ball, the way his control is, he can easily play in that midfield.
2 minutes on the clock. The game just looking to settle in here. Bengaluru dominating possession. FC Goa relying on their quick transitions as that's the kind of pressure applied here. Bengaluru pressing from the front, forcing the turnover. Head coach Randy Singh will be very pleased with this start, but he'll want that opening goal. Rishi Singh coming the closest in the early stages here after his left-footed effort. Nailed over the crossbar. Whereas Bumnelal Hangshin finds something on the left-hand side. Mohammad Arbash now took onto his right foot, he put on his left. This is exactly how Bengaluru like to play short, crisp passes before that big switch comes off as Bobby's under pressure. Back to Bunsen Singh.
Well, what Goa have done really well is they have not let Sertocom have multiple touches. I'm not so sure how many touches Sertocom has had, but in the opening 15 or 16 minutes, you have not seen much from Sertocom. So what they're doing is they're shutting down the main striker, and that's a good strategy because even if Bengaluru are attacking, it's Sertocom who's their main outlet provider. It's Sertocom who scores the bulk of the goals. That's good from Goa.
Beautiful again there from Yafaremba, but this time Goa do manage to defend, and now in transition keep the ball away needlessly here. And now Bengaluru looking to pile on the pressure. We talked about Sertocom lacking service, but the striker is in such red-hot form. All he needs is a chance in the final, and you can expect the net to bulge from there. Bunsen Singh goes for the switch again, perfectly weighted. Beautiful football this from Bengaluru. Now down the right-hand side, puts on the afterburners now, goes for the cross inside, well defended at the front post. Goa living on the edge, but this is how they play here, Kumar. They defend deep in their box and look to hit their teams on the counter-attack. They absorb all that pressure against Punjab in the first leg. From there, we saw exactly what happened when their forward players grew into the game.
Do you know what? Do you see where Rishi was playing right now on the right-hand side? Just moments before Rishi was on the left, and then now he switched onto the right-hand side. Nearly put a decent enough driven cross inside the box. But we talked about Sertocom. Just moments before Sertocom was dropping deep to receive the ball. Jai Faramba once again with one of his famous long switches this time around. And not on the same wavelength with the winger. But coming back to his Sertocom, since he has had a bit of, Goa have kept him into shackles. So he's trying to drop deep, get some touches, trying to drag that defender as well and open some spaces for his midfielders to run into.
Sertocom gets to get the service, but we'll know that one chance that he gets could be able to take that as head coach Randy Singh just prowling down the touchline, demanding perfection. Kumar, I heard his post-match interview where he was not happy with the second half performance despite his team being 10-0 up on aggregate. That's the kind of demands he puts on his players, and the players, to their credit, have responded. What a huge moment it is for the players, isn't it, to have someone the ilk of head coach Randy Singh on the sidelines.
You talk about Randy, an experienced, a veteran, being long in the game. He knows that he wants his boys sharper and he wants his boys hungrier. He wants them to score goals and score more goals because that's the type of hunger that makes you win finals. I've talked about, statistics, who scored the more number of goals, who's the top scorer, what's the defensive rate. It doesn't matter in a grand finale. All it matters is who's more hungrier, who's got the more courage, who's got the more character, and who wants it more on the day of the finals.
Faramba and Akar Singh both getting a hold of each other's jersey as the free kick has been given to Bengaluru, have taken it quickly. Again, all of the ball here for Bengaluru. FC Goa will not mind this. Faramba picks his head up. Every time Faramba and Bunsen Singh do have the ball, critical from FC Goa's point of view that they try and defend the flanks because that switch will keep coming on as they win the ball here. Mohammad Arbash, is there a foul there? I think it might be.
Yeah. He's blown his whistle and now he's pointing as to where the original offense took place. 19 minutes on the clock, nearing the 20th. You would say that FC Goa would be the happier of the two sides because this is what they want. They want the game to be goalless for as long as it can be and then hit Bengaluru on the counter, wouldn't it?
spot on there. That's exactly what they did against Punjab Football Club, absorbing the pressure as Bumlelal Hangshin looks to size the ball into the box. In the first header, it's just hammered clear. You can see Sean Fernandez, Sangam Shetty all feeding on scraps in the early stages. Bumlelal Hangshin now on the left-hand side, punches the ball between the lines. Well defended there by Asher Rodriguez, who's touched tight there to Mohammad Arbash. That's what they need. And now FC Goa, can they lead the counter charge here? Well defended there by Bangsan Singh.
And Bangsan is strong. He's really strong, shielding the ball. Prasan Pereira applying the pressure. But the tall defender Bangsan does really well.
Bangsan Singh now goes to his trusted centre-half partner in Yafaremba, who have been a permanent fixture really for Bengaluru Football Club in the heart of the defence. The back four, including the goalkeeper, familiar sighting, that chemistry building throughout the team. The coach Randy Singh likes to keep it as consistent as possible. Drafting Rishi Singh into the starting 11 is certainly a trick up the sleeve here. Onto the left-hand side, Samson's first touch is very good. And now shifts it onto the left-hand side. Bumlelal Hangshin seeing a lot of the ball here early stages. Looks to fire the ball into the box. Well defended by Asher Rodriguez.
We check out the fluidity of Bengaluru. This time around, Rishi has dropped into the central midfield area. Arbash has gone to the right. Samson has dropped into the fullback position, allowing Hangshin to move forward. This is a very fluid team. They keep on changing. Watch out for those movements. FC Goa, they have to be careful. Their defense have to be careful because this team just keeps on moving and interchanging positions.
On the right-hand side, the run here from Ashik Adhikari has been made and he's been found. Ashik Adhikari with the ball into the box, well defended. Wesley Desai gets a crucial touch on it. That's yet another corner for Bengaluru Football Club. Beautiful football down the right-hand side. Look at this, just waiting for the run here. Ashik Adhikari does oblige and then puts it first time. Well defended by Wesley Desai.
That was needed. And Wesley Desai, when he got that touch, he was not so sure whether the ball was going, but in the end, much to the respite. It ends in a corner, but Wesley Desai, much needed interception.
Darbash is yet another corner. It's got height and distance on it. The head is just wide. I think it has come off. Yep, it has come off. The FC go up here. Brilliant delivery again. Mohammad Darbash just drop it on the dime, doesn't he?
And it was Rishi who was rising the highest. Look at this from Rishi. He's not that tall, but still rising the highest. That's some serious intent from Rishi.
Brilliant leap there from Rishi Singh up against the much taller Wesley Desai. Change of angle for the corner. Bengaluru now cranking up the pressure halfway through the first half. Samson now will look to deliver this. Instead, he keeps it short. Onto the left-hand side is Bumlelal Hangshin, the keeper back pedaling. Well over the crossbar and out for a goal kick.
And you talk about these two sides. They both were part of Group A. And Bengaluru finishing first with 19 points. FC Goa behind them 14 points. It was a tussle for finishing second. FC Goa, Sudeva Delhi and Shrindi Deccan all on 14 points. But collectively, three teams, when they faced each other, over that collective points taken in, FC Goa were ahead. And this is how they qualified. And you talk about these two teams. They faced each other twice in the first game. Ended 1-1. Bengaluru were leading for a good spell. In the depth, it was Citroën Cavallo who scored the equalizer. And then in the second game, Bengaluru winning 2-0.
Goa know that they haven't beaten Bengaluru here, but if they do, this is the stage to do it. In the grand finale of the fifth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League, past form goes out the window. Both these two sides coming into this final full of confidence. Great to see the online support that we're getting on the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports YouTube channel as well. Absolutely brilliant that for the players, knowing that such a large audience is tuning in to watch them. Brilliant for them. Do drop in the comments what you think the full-time score will be. Drop in your predictions. It's impossible from you and me's point of view, Kumar, as we don't know. We couldn't have the slightest of ideas as to which two sides will get their hands on the trophy.
Well, what I've seen in the entire tournament of Reliance Foundation Development League, I would be a fool to predict. This is a very unpredictable league, especially with the youth teams. There's so much happening around. We have predicted few things, didn't went right. So yeah, prediction for the fans in the comment section. They must be buzzing in. The quality has been good. That for sure I can say, especially Bengaluru when they are creating those chances and transition as well. The way they are moving in, the long balls coming in from Yaifaramba and Bangsan. This is what a final should be, and it's delivering.
Yes, Bobish in the midfield, but just drifting down the left-hand side. Wellington Fernandez and to just drag his team forward as Asher Rodriguez put under pressure, and that draws a huge applause there from head coach Randy Singh. He loves the pressing from the front. He loves it when his team put that extra bit of effort. And now it's FC Goa trying to do the counter-attack. They've committed players forward here, immediately shifting on to the right-hand side as the noise in the stadium increases every time they go forward. Here's Mohammad Ismail who goes for goal. And on his favoured left foot, he scored an absolute firecracker against Punjab Football Club in the first leg of the semi-finals, trying to emulate that on his trusted left foot.
Yeah, try taking his chance on the left foot. Does not get the connection at all. Good tracking back though from Bengaluru. It was Samson who was tracking back from behind. And not just that, a lot of players in that blue jersey came back in time. And that's good to see. But there's the danger that FC Goa carry. And this is the exact time wherein Bengaluru, because they have attacked so much in the opening 25-30 minutes, there would be just a bit, I won't say tired legs, but there would be a bit of legs that would start to just settle down, and this is where FC Goa can hurt them.
What will really please head coach Israel Gurung is the absence of Citra Carvalho is not hurting their side yet. Current Fialo is just slotted in alongside Wesley Desa. The centre-half pairing have kept a close watch on Soto Com. So far, yet to see the skipper in action, but we'll know. Just waiting for the one chance here. It's a beautiful turn on the outside there by Rishi Singh. Trying to use his 1v1 abilities on the flanks here. They'll keep the ball. Bengaluru can do this all afternoon long, can't they? They are masters in possession, but they just need that cutting edge.
Yeah, but you see how well FC Goa are defending. It's a 5-3-2 formation. Sean Francis Fernandez is the highest player pressing, and that's good to see. You've also got Bryson Pereira. So Bryson Pereira and Sean Francis Fernandez pressing up front. You've got a back five that turns into a back four. So they switched from 5-4-2. And once again, this time around, Bengaluru on the attack.
Lovely as Wimley Hampson shifts it onto the right hand side, goes for the header. Slightly overhits on that occasion. Bengaluru again trying to play through the Goa press. And it's the punch pass between the lines that just looks to open up the FC Goa player. And now you can see Bengaluru Football Club upping the tempo here. FC Goa have defended magnificently well so far. Keplan and Remy in goal. Rather not much to do here. Rishi Singh with the only chance really for Bengaluru in the opening first half here. 2 minutes on the clock as Bunsen Singh on the ball with no pressure really. Sean Fernandez and Bryson Pereira happy for the centre halves to keep possession here.
Do you know what? I love this formation from Goa. I mean, the way they are just settling into the defense. We are very compact, they're resolute, and they're keeping their shape. So I talked about it right. Sometimes it's a 5-3-2, and then sometimes Sheikh Mohammad Ismail presses forward to make that a 4-4-2. And that's good to see Sean Francis Fernandez and Bryson Pereira up front with those four midfielders. I've loved the shape and the compactness that FC Goa have kept in, and that's why it's hard for Bengaluru to score goals. And this is a lesson for Kerala Blasters as well. This is what we did not see in the semi-finals. They were all over the place, and Bengaluru profited from it.
It's a free kick there. It's a clash of heads. It's unfortunate. It's accidental, but it's a free kick here for FC Goa. Juan Fernandez getting a bit of a knock there, and quickly the staff is on the scene to make sure that any sort of head injuries is quickly remedied and make sure that all sorts of protocols are managed here. Yep, it's a clash of head. It's a bit of a nasty one there for Sean Fernandez.
Ooh, that's going to sting. Bunsen colliding with Sean Francis Fernandez. And of course, there's no malice onto it, but that is going to sting. At 28 minutes on the board, FC Goa, would you say they're the happy of the two sides with a goalless score so far?
Well, FC Goa certainly like to take games deep here, and for them, it's going according to plan. What would really help that head coach Israel Gurung will like is that number of chances that Bengaluru have fashioned. The balls into the box have been well defended, and FC Goa hit with a sucker punch here. Very little of the ball so far. We've seen this before from FC Goa. This is where they are dangerous. They're a prowling tiger waiting to attack here. Scratch it Danker on the right hand side, floats his ball into the box, goes for the header. It's well defended there by Bunsen Singh. Not too far away, FC Goa recycle the ball down the left hand side. Konsamakar Singh pushed forward here. Bengaluru often cul-de-sac there. Played, it's really well played. It's tight, neither sets of players. They can let go there as Konsamakar Singh tries to just drive forward. Back clear.
FC Goa, we talk about them in the Nationals. They started off really well. They started off in some style, and there's some more guests coming in, and that's good to see. More support for FC Goa. Merajuddin Wadu is in the house as well. He's been a loyal servant for FC Goa, and his presence will support the boys. But coming back to it, in the national group stages, in the first 6 games, the available points were 18. FC Goa got 13 in the last 4 games. Of the 12 points available, they picked only one. 3 loss out of those 4 games and only 1 draw against Sudeva Delhi. So towards the end of that campaign, they were struggling. Lost to Srinidhi Deccan 3-1, lost to Diamond Harbour 3-1. Look at the support coming in from the fans. Those chants will really wake them up now.
Kind of boost that they'll absolutely love. Using the 12th man to their advantage. Approaching the 30-minute mark here. Still goalless. There's a challenge there by Konsamakar Singh. Has to be careful there. Is the studs exposed? The referee is right on scene here. He might just keep his card in the pocket, but it'll be a stern warning there for Akar Singh.
And Manish Vashis knows that it could be a long game, and he does not want to pull out cards early on. Watch that once again. Wow. Touch and go. Could have been a yellow card as well, and I would have not questioned it.
Very, very easily been a yellow card there. Konsamakar Singh just losing control of the challenge there. Another switch out here, well defended by Asher Rodriguez. To the right-hand side. The 15 minutes plus added on time remaining in this first half. Nothing to separate the two finalists. Having met each other previously in the national group stages, FC Goa will feel that, yes, they've ceded a lot of the ball. What they've done really well is limit the chances in the two-time champions.
Well, I mean, not just the two-time champions, the team that has scored the maximum number of goals so far. If you combine their regional, zonals, nationals and the semi-finals, that's 55 goals. The tally is impressive. And they have conceded only 17 throughout the tournament. Their goal difference is plus 38, and that's some staggering numbers. Sertacom leading the charge with 13 goals throughout the tournament. And the way FC Goa are keeping Bengaluru at bay, it's really good to see. I'm always in for a defensive masterclass, because I believe in knockouts, especially in semi-finals and finals, it is defensive resolution that helps you win, and it's defensive resolution that helps team win tournaments and clinch trophies.
FC Goa with 4 clean sheets in the national group stages. Bengaluru Football Club with 5 clean sheets. So it shouldn't come as any surprise. The scoreline still 0-0 here. Over 30 minutes on the clock. Head coach Reddy Singh demanding more from his players. Head coach Israel Gurung for FC Goa will be a lot more relaxed here after absorbing the early pressure and the barrage from Bengaluru Football Club. Now looking for the way to get their goal here. The centre forwards, very little in terms of service. It's been Benson Fernandez who's looking to drag his team forward from midfield. They'll be looking for a chance here. Sean Fernandez, Sangam Shetty, Hassan Pereira looking to get involved in the final third for FC Goa. Back swiftly after the refreshment break.
And remember, all they need is one chance. Even in the second leg of the semi-finals against Punjab, Punjab scored an early goal, courtesy of Vishal Yadav. But then all it took was Kavya Sunil Katkar finishing. And that was a simple goal. Simple football from Goa, hitting on the counter. And that's what they're trying to do. Just soak in, absorb all the pressure. Just stay compact. And once again, that spray coming into picture.
And Samson on the left-hand side, immediately shut down there by Asher Fernandez, Asher Rodriguez. Cutting down Samson on the left-hand side. And the halves keep having time and space on the ball. It's all about how they utilize the ball in those areas. Keep going for those big switches to open up. That's a clever throw in here. The left-hand side. Fashion the cross into the box. Here's Samson again on his favoured right foot. On to Bumlelal Hangshin on the left-hand side. Mission this from Bengaluru. Now they look to turn it up in the final third. Mohammad Arbash. Up to Bumlelal Hangshin. Patient from Bengaluru. Now the cross comes into the box. Slightly overhit. Well defended. Very well defended there. And that was Karan Fialo, who stepped in admirably in the absence of Citra Carvalho. A massive game such as this. I'm feeling a whole lot better with clearances such as that.
Hangshin was once again looking for Sertacom. That is the combination we have seen. Remember, in the second game wherein in Group A these two teams met, it was Sertacom who scored a towering header from that same partnership. Hangshin from this left-hand side feeding that ball. And Sertacom rising the highest. That was a towering header. And also in the first game where these two teams met, Sertacom was the only goal scorer for Bengaluru. So he's habit of scoring against Goa. But in the finals, I've been really impressed how FC Goa's defense have shut down the striker Sertacom.
Sertacom not having the mark in the final that he was hoping for. Heard him rematch. He spoke glowingly of head coach Randy Singh, of how the demands are being put by the head coach and how the team have responded beautifully to it. And lovely football in tight areas there from Bengaluru, dominating possession once again. Mohammad Arbash. Good centre half. Everybody in the Bengaluru side, barring the goalkeeper in the Goa half. There's another big switch attempted. Ball in play. It's a throw in for FC Goa. And yet another attack thwarted.
Yeah, for Emba, whenever he's getting chances, he's going for those long switches. Was nearly immaculate in the semi-finals against Kerala Blasters with those long switches, but this time around FC Goa's defense is turned on. We've already seen a few of those switches not finding the desired target, but just moments before it was Mohammad Arbash with silky smooth feet. He's a handy customer. Has not probably seen the ball very much, but in the time he's got it, he's been absolutely beautiful with it. And that's what you expect from Mohammad Arbash. Those silky smooth feet. Not the kind of game that he had with Kerala Blasters, and you can understand that because FC Goa's defense is much more strong and much more organized. Arbash has to be on top of his game.
Doing a few passes this time. It's Kashif Adhikari on the right hand side. And here for Lemba, it's shot here for Bumsy Singh. 10 minutes decided on time remaining in what has been a tight and tense encounter here. We expected nothing less, didn't we, in the finals. Started off with 54 teams across 9 regions. As Bumnelal Hangshan on the left-hand side is a chance here for Bengaluru. Football coming closer across the face of goal. And it's a huge let-off there from SC Goa. No surprise that Bumnelal Hangshan again down the left-hand side, creating all sorts of problems. Just waiting for some sort of a touch at the far stake, but nobody has made the run.
I'm not so sure if Bumnelal Hangshan was going for a pass or was going for a shot. I'm not so sure what that was. Just rushed his shot. Maybe both. Probably if there was a hand coming in from the goalkeeper and it failed kindly to anyone. But Bumnelal Hangshan, that's the danger. That's how he drives into the box from that left-hand side and can create chances.
9 minutes decided on time remaining here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. The noise is deafening every time FC Goa have the ball, feeding off the energy from the crowd here. Sheikh Ismail on the right-hand side. Within field, the front field for FC Goa, feeding on scraps here, trying to make something out of nothing. Bengaluru have shut down every attack so far, and I don't think I even sure it's seen anything of the ball. That's how dominant Bengaluru have been in terms of possession and territory.
Just one chance earlier on where Ashraf Rodriguez put that delivery inside for Sean Francis Fernandez. Just a moment of chaos inside the Bengaluru box. After that, it's been really calm. You saw just moments earlier Ashraf Rodriguez trying to combine with Sheikh Mohammad Ismail. Probably they have not had their combination game going on. They have not stick some passes together, and more than Bengaluru defending, it's been Goa who have been poor offensively, but take nothing away. They have done good defensively.
Coach Israel Gurung will be urging for patience from his players as Wellington Fernandez down the right-hand side. Look at the skipper Goya, hooks it across into the box. And to place this down, overhits that again. Fernandez in the early stage has been all over the pitch, this time on the right flank, across the ball into the box.
Well, there's been twice or thrice now that Wellington Fernandez has gone on those marauding runs. Just that final delivery overhead, or maybe would you say there should have been someone attacking that far post. If there was a few players from FC Goa attacking that far post, it would have been a decent enough cross. But Wellington Fernandez, he comes some in life, absolutely marauding forward with those runs.
There's Bobish. Bunsen Singh venture forward here. Again, the two centre halves invited forward. Bobish will look to push up the pitch here. He's between the two centre halves. Therefore, Remba goes for another beautiful switch onto the right hand side. Excellent control. Now looking to commit more players box. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very crucial 7 minutes plus added on time in the first half. FC Goa have done very well defensively, but they'll have to put their concentrations right till the very end of the first half. There's a ball floated at the box, well defended by Wesley Desa. It's been a permanent fixture in that centre-back role for FC Goa alongside Citra Carvalho. Citra Carvalho would have loved to be out there in the pitch here. Unfortunately, picking up that second yellow card in the second leg of the semi-finals against Punjab, rendering him unavailable for this clash. But Karan Fialo, in his absence, has stepped in admirably.
And that defense is working good. The defense is working fine. Citra Carvalho absolutely would be livid after picking up that red card and missing the finals. But FC Goa's defense so far has done well. They've held their shape. They've done well.
Ball recently headed away. It's Bunsen Singh of all people still forward. Bengaluru win the ball back here, looking to crank up the pressure. Approaching the final phase of the first half here, as Bumnelal Hangshan has seen a lot of the action down the left-hand side. Thought about the cross, but checked the run. Bengaluru now looking to crank it up here. There's another ball into the box. It's well defended. Wesley Desa has been a towering presence in the heart of the Goa defense, going everything at them, get everything away.
Well, Adil trying to put the ball inside the box. another best of balls. And he knows that he has to step up his game. Right now, probably Bengaluru once again would rely on those long switches. And there it is, trying to find Hang Shing.
He shifts it onto the left-hand side. The two defenders who combine there. The last touch comes off the Bengaluru attacker. Out for yet another goal kick here. FC Goa looking to achieve their first objective, that is the Bengaluru at arm's length, which they have. Sergio Com, any sort of service compared to the way the two centre halves have marshalled around him. So that Sergio Com doesn't get his way here. 4 goals in the semi-finals. Red-hot form. It's now FC Goa down the left-hand side. It's Wellington Fernandez who can open those legs up and really run on the defense. Here's Wellington Fernandez. He's up against Bobby. He's waiting for a bit of support here. Wellington Fernandez with the ball into the box. Defended on that occasion with a lovely bit of skill. 5 minutes to set on time remaining in the first half. Here's Asher Rodriguez who pitches the ball forward here. Here's Mohamed Ismail down the right-hand side. It's absolutely deafening here. Sheikh Mohamed Ismail gets into the ball. Goes for a strike and saves the goalkeeper. Excellent handling there by Ibn Suraj Singh. Does not let the ball spill. And that's Sheikh Mohamed Ismail in a nutshell. The way that he just creates that separation with a bit of trickery and then lets fly.
Sheikh Mohamed Ismail takes Bangsan on a ride. Bangsan does not know what's happening and just beat Hang Shing as well. Sheikh Mohamed Ismail passing those two defenders and then took a shot as well. Lucky for Ibn Suraj Singh, it was straight at him. But that's how FC Goa play. And that's how quickly they can attack. And with the home crowd coming in to support, don't be surprised if they go on and break the deadlock.
Another reminder to Bengaluru Football Club that it's not going to be all the way in the first half. Lovely bit of skill again. And then the no-look pass onto the right-hand side. Bengaluru are queuing up here. Well defended again. Wesley Desar. He has defended magnificently well. 2 minutes for stoppage time remaining in the first half. This game has us on the edge of our seats. Another beautiful switch onto the right-hand side. Here's Mohamed Ismail now. He can try and run at the defense. Then he delegates to his skipper, Wellington Fernandez, who are having valuable possession in the Bengaluru half here. Absorbed all the pressure in the first half. Finding Wellington Fernandez, just slowing the pace of the game. Is what the skipper is all about. Just cooler heads prevailing. And now, first time really, FC Goa as a unit in camp in the Bengaluru half.
Seen the last attack as well. Arbash finding Rishi, who's playing predominantly on the right-hand side. Rishi is sliding one ball in. That was a cutback. From that left-hand side, you expect Bobish to make that run inside the box. Bobish was towards that far post, but can't blame Bobish because he was expecting a far post ball as well. But they are getting closer, Bengaluru. Both the teams getting closer though. But it feels like the best chance fell to FC Goa, didn't it? And Sheikh Mohamed Ismail barged past those two defenders and took a shot at Ibn Suraj Singh.
Ricky Metes on the sidelines. His number will be coming up here. It's up to the system really. Head coach Randy Singh not waiting till the half-time whistle. Samson's afternoon, the evening rather, comes to an end. First half substitution here, Kumar, and it's an indication that head coach Randy Singh is not happy.
Yeah, and we're seeing Harbam Ricky Meti for the first time in the national championship. So that's a surprise as well for FC Goa and Israel Gurung. And Renedy, is this a tactical genius? Or will it come back to haunt them? I'm not so sure, because Samson is a handy player. Samson has played across those two semi-finals and he has been good. Taking off Samson, not waiting till the half-time. It's all about what Renedy thinks and what Anutaz Raj think. Could be a masterclass. I'm not so sure. We've got to wait and watch.
Nice clearance there from Asher Rodriguez. Just eased off the ball there by Bobish. Cleared away by Asher Rodriguez after absorbing the foul. Free kick here for FC Goa. 2 minutes plus added on time remaining in the first half here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. And it's a final that has delivered in terms of Spinamites. Kept everybody on the edge of their seat. Goalless here, but we can fully expect both these two sides turn it up in the second half. FC Goa will be slightly better here, slightly happier here, Kumar.
Well, I've already mentioned this. This is their territory. I mean, if you look at both these teams and their comparison of the number of goals they have scored, both have played 22 games. Once again, a long switch coming into picture.
Beautiful run here from Sheikh Mohamed Ismail. He's got the pace. Both players colliding against the advertising hurting on that occasion, but no damage done to both players. Quickly back onto the feet. And it will be a goal kick for Bengaluru Football Club. And either one of these sides try and pinch a goal before half-time. There you can see Ricky Mete immediately getting involved in the thick of things.
Well, that's a nice introduction for the substitute. Going into the holding, Harbam Ricky Mete, and that will shrug off any slugginess that was there. And we talk about that once again. I mean, both these teams have played 22 games. FC Goa have scored 31 goals throughout, and Bengaluru have scored 55. So on paper, Bengaluru are the team that score more goals. So of course, FC Goa would be happy after this half-line score 0-0. As long as it stays 0-0, there would be tired leg coming into picture because Bengaluru are putting on the gas tank. They're putting on more attacks, and FC Goa, they love that territory. We've also got some substitutions on the bench that can come at an impact. I think FC Goa and Israel Gurung would be happy going into the half-time.
It's a goal now. Head coach Israel Gurung will be beaming from ear to ear. Keep their first objective to keep the free scoring Bengaluru side at arm's length here. There's Asher Rodriguez, bit of a heavy touch but brings it under control. There's Mohammad Ismail, who's looked threatening attacker here for FC Goa in the first half. The crowd got been put under a bit of pressure as FC Goa trying to get through the presses. We're into added on time here. 3 minutes of added on time, signaled by the fourth official Manveer Singh, as both sides will be looking to keep things as status quo as Austin Pereira shoots it onto the left-hand side. The FC Goa have something in store for us here. Cross comes, thought about the cross, instead checks his run. Normally done here by Austin Pereira, waiting for a bit of options here. FC Goa now, lovely bit of skill there from Konsamakar Singh, trying to get the ball forward. It might have taken a deflection and will be out for a corner. FC Goa have an opportunity here before half-time from the set piece. And the scoring in the grand finale.
And all smiles over there between Konsamakar Singh and Ashika Dakari. Konsamakar Singh is a really handy customer. Prachit Gaukar, we've not seen much from him, haven't we? Prachit Gaukar got that second goal in the semi-finals first leg against Punjab. A very handy player. And now, chance for him to deliver a ball inside the box. And imagine if FC Goa get a goal just before half-time.
Massive moment in this match as Prachit Gaukar delivers the ball in shoulder. Pushes it away. It might have looked like a flap there, but he gets just enough contact on it. Another corner for FC Goa as they look to ramp up the pressure with 2 minutes of added on time remaining.
And with the home support now coming in as well. Good corner from Prachit Gaukar. Yes, Suraj Singh gets a hand onto it, and that's good. At least he gets a hand onto it. Came up forward. Prachit Gaukar once again on corner duties.
Now looking for the delivery. He put this on the money here. Ball comes into the box. Well defended from Bengaluru's point of view. The crowd once again cheering everything that FC Goa do. The football club will know that they're in the cauldron here to keep their composure throughout the match. But here, towards the final phase of what has been a really tense encounter. Neither team yielding. The mistakes have been cut out here. Both teams keeping it very professional. But the bunker in midfield looks to start off possibly the last attack of it. Approaching the final minute of what has been a very exciting first half here. Goes for the strike there, Konsamakar Singh. Tries to just put that into the top corner. Cuts across it instead. Goal kick for Bengaluru.
Had a look and had a hit. But the idea was absolutely right. The execution has to be improved. But you can't blame him. It's the last minute of the stoppage time. Want to try their ideas. Shot from distance, never troubling, always going wide. Didn't actually pack the venom that it needed. Maybe Bengaluru's chance to create one final attack before the half-time.
Crucial moments coming as FC Goa quickly back into their defensive shape. They've done very, very well defensively to keep Bengaluru at arm's length here. There's one more chance for Bengaluru just before the half-time whistle. Protocom yet to get involved, but make no mistake about it, in the second half, he will be there looking to find some sort of chance. Bengaluru with the last attack of the first half. Will the referee allow this counter-attack here? Wellington Fernandez looking to drive forward here, slightly overhits that, just to keep that in play. Wellington Fernandez continues his run on the right-hand side. Here's Wellington Fernandez. Brilliant defending. Another corner for FC Goa as they're cranking up the relentless pressure here at the GMC Stadium.
And Sangam Subhash does really well because that pass from Wellington Fernandez was not the best one. It was a bit overhit. Sangam Subhash is stretching his legs and then finding Wellington Fernandez, who was on the run. And that's good from FC Goa. Maybe the last corner coming in, and if they can score a goal from this, GMC Stadium will absolutely go crazy.
Chance of the first half here. Prachit Gaukar looks to deliver this ball into the box. Decent delivery here. He slightly overhits that, and the referee will look at his watch and blow the whistle out the first half here. The 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League Grand Finale. Absolutely nothing to separate the two teams. The two-time champions Bengaluru Football Club trying their very best, dominating the ball, just creating the one real opportunity. But FC Goa have kept the two-time champions at bay here, and they will be the slightly happier side considering this is the game way, this is the game plan, this is the tactic as to how to attack the team. They love to take games deep, and they make sure that the first objective has been achieved here. Half-time at the BMP Stadium. Bengaluru nil, FC Goa nil.
Man, it's been delivering. This is what we expected. Tight, intense encounter. I mean, in a final, that goes to show you the quality. Yes, neutral fans would want goals galore, but especially in a final, this shows you that these two sides are well groomed. You've got to give credits to Renedy and Israel Gurung as well. Anutaz Raj, I cannot forget him. This is his team, Bengaluru. And I've been really impressed by the quality that FC Goa have shown in the defense. Here's a look at the match statistics. Bengaluru FC, 35% ball possession, 5 chances, 2 shots on target for FC Goa. Dominating the possession, 65%, 4 chances, 1 shot on target. It stays 0-0, and the half-time comes in. FC Goa, their defensive shape and resolution has been solid. Bengaluru FC, they're attacking, but they're yet to get their main man, Sir, to come in chance. How would the lineup change? How would the tactics change in the second half? That's going to be really important to see.
We'll take you through some of the highlights of the first half. Rishi Singh had the best opportunity for Bengaluru Football Club in the first half. After absorbing that early pressure, FC Goa continuing to put their threats on there. A lot of corners for both sides here to try and infect it, but the box defending from both sides has been fantastic. This was the moment where Ivan Suraj Singh was caught in no man's land, just flapping at thin air, giving a sighter there for Sean Fernandez. His eyes would have certainly lit up. There were a lot of set pieces here, Kumar, and that's something that both head coaches will be telling their players not to commit those fouls in and around the box. Make sure that the set pieces are cut to a minimum because both sides have struggled to open the play up here in open play. So you never know that it's going to be possibly set pieces that decide this final.
Set pieces will be crucial. Set pieces will be crucial for both the teams, especially we have seen the quality that Bengaluru possess. Mohammad Arbash with that left foot. Samson now has been taken out, but he's also a handy free kick taker. And set pieces could be the undoing. Set pieces could lead to the first goal. As you watch onto the highlights, Hangshing was good in that first half, driving forward. This was a good chance if Hangshing could have kept that on target and then Sheikh Mohammad Ismail sending Bangsan and Hangshing packing. Took a shot. Lucky for the goalkeeper. It was straight to him. And then a first introduction for Harbam Ricky Mete sent crashing into the hoardings. FC Goa and Bengaluru FC are deadlocked right now at 0-0. The second half will begin in less than 10 minutes. Stay tuned with us. We cannot wait for the grand finale to continue and resume. And well, there it is. A bit of collective possession. Bengaluru FC with a 65% possession and FC Goa with 35. That's now being corrected. Half time, 0-0. Stay tuned. Second half action coming really shortly.
Well, we're minutes away from the start of the second half as both sets of players entering the battleground here at the GMC Stadium in Goa. As once again, these two sides will lock horns for the final 45 minutes of the fifth season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Nil-nil the scoreline, but not for a lack of effort. The Bengaluru Football Club have dominated possession, but they know the threat of FC Goa will be going on till the very end here. A massive 45 minutes coming to you live from the GMC Stadium.
Oh, well then. And the first 45 minutes have vanished into the Goan evening, leaving us with nothing but a haunting, beautiful stalemate. It is nil-nil at the GMC. It is a scoreline that actually lies. It tells you of a deserted first half, but we have seen an oasis of tactical intrigue. 45 minutes of cagey, high-stake chess football. Look at the numbers. They're a mirror image of one another. 35% of the ball for the Gauze, 35%, 65% for the Bengaluru boys. There you see Bengaluru dominating the possession. They are attacking, they are creating chances, but I feel like it's FC Goa who've got the best chance. Sheikh Mohammad Ismail with that shot on target. That was the best chance for FC Goa. Bengaluru, they have to get their main man Sertocom. Here we go. Kick off in the second half. 45 minutes of football to decide who would be the champions. Is Bengaluru versus FC Goa as the two-time champions versus the team who's trying to get hold of the ground for the first time. Is going to be absolutely intriguing, isn't it?
Of course, Reddy Singh making a half-time substitution with Aram Kelvin Singh coming into the fray here. 3 goals in the national group stage is for the number 7, which will be the deciding factor here as Bengaluru Football Club chase the opening goal here. They've put in a lot of effort. They've dominated possession. They've not had that cutting edge, and that's what head coach Reddy Singh will want to remedy here in the second half. Reddy made a change in the first half for Ricky Mete coming on for Samson. And now Kelvin Singh into the fray here. Bengaluru look for that cutting edge.
Yeah, with those changes coming into picture. Randy and Amit Tezraj wasting no time once again. Wellington Fernandez steals this. Just that final pass is lacking. We've talked about it. And those passes have to stick together. We've seen Wellington do really well in the first half. Towards the dying moments as well, was combining with Sangam Subhash Shetty. And Wellington once again winning the ball, stealing it. But then that final ball, what a pass this is though. Absolutely acrobatic. Bengaluru on the attack. This is end-to-end stuff. Good run inside the box. Cross coming in towards that far post. Inside the box, shot. Blasted over. This was the best chance for Bengaluru and was just blasted. Rishi on the end. Sertocom has some words of wisdom for him. Wow. What a ball this was.
No surprise that it's Kelvin Singh again now in the attack. Great cutback here. Rishi Singh gets his effort way over the crossbar. He's been the main man for Bengaluru Football Club in terms of the chances created. He'll be disappointed that he couldn't get that on target. Once again, FC Goa feeling the full force of the two-time champions going forward here.
Tarum Kelvin Singh with that left foot ball. And then it was Ashik Adhikari who got that in first time. And Rishi Singh, out of all people, he's one of the best finishers. You would want that ball to fall to Rishi. Well, if there's Sertocom waiting in the box, you would want that ball to fall to Sertocom. But take nothing away from Rishi. He's got 4 goals in the Nationals. And the ball felt nicely onto him. Just that finishing touch. Felt like it needed a bit more composure. Rishi blasting that. Ashik Adhikari, who's predominantly playing on this right-hand side, is struggling right now. Does really well, Ashik Adhikari.
Again, the two centre halves of Bengaluru Football Club will look to take control of the ball here. They played those diagonals throughout the first half. They continue to do so. That's how Bengaluru like to break the Goa press, as head coach Israel Gurung will be very mindful of the fact and make sure that his team is positioned accurately when those switches do arrive. Good run here forward.
Look at how high Yaifaremba is playing. And now he's joining into the box. That's a sign of a good centre-back. There's the ball inside. Yaifaremba was attacking it. Cleared away towards safety.
No surprise that it's Bengaluru once again dominating possession 3 minutes into the second half. Following the same patterns as we saw in the first, as Yaifaremba goes again with the long diagonal.
Every time you see Yaifaremba and Bangson enjoy themselves. Tarum Kelvin Singh, good first touch from him. He's been good since he's come on. Tarum Kelvin Singh got 3 goals in the national group stages. Remember, he got that second goals against FC Goa in that second game. Bengaluru won it 2-0. Sertacom got the first one with the towering header. And then it was Tauram Kelvin Singh who came on from the bench and got that goal. Could that have played a part in Renedy bringing him? He was not present in the semi-finals, Tauram Kelvin Singh. He's found himself on the bench and now he's found himself onto the pitch in the grand finale.
He'll know he'll be coming out like a caged animal here. That's why he's been kept on the sidelines and now has 45 minutes with his name in the headlines here tomorrow. FC Goa to absorb all the pressure again. Coach Israel Gurung will be very pleased with his defensive shape here. We need to keep the threat on the counter attack. We've seen Wellington Fernandez looking to drive forward with the ball every opportunity he gets. Bengaluru need to keep a close eye on him. He's the one who keeps driving with those powerful legs and that running ability.
50 minutes approaching on the board, still 0-0. And both these coaches in the halftime would be talking about it, that trying to start the second half quick, trying to get that early goal. But you expect if FC Goa get that early goal, get that first goal, this crowd will absolutely go crazy. And if they get that first goal with the home support coming in, it's going to be really tough for Bengaluru to then bounce back. Switch of play coming into picture. Sangam Subhash Shetty and tries finding Bryson Pereira. Bryson Pereira is marked by two Bengaluru boys and it will be a throw-in for Goa. Good track back from Bengaluru.
5 minutes into the second half, the game following a similar pattern as we saw in the first half. Bengaluru dominating possession. FC Goa now trying to get a foothold into this contest. Kansamaka Singh at the near side here with the throw-in.
Kansamaka Singh, who was the player of the match in the semi-finals, the first leg, and nearly earning a corner for his side. Goa still on the ball. Sean Francis Fernandez delivers the cross inside. There's no one inside the box. And that has been probably the offensive question for FC Goa. How many bodies do they push forward? Because they have to make sure they're defending and tracking back. That was not a bad delivery at all from Sean Francis Fernandez, but just one man in whites up front. And in the end, it's Bengaluru now who's on the attack. Rishi leading a charge. Rishi has got green grass to run onto. Good tackle. Really good tackle that was needed. And on the charge, Wellington now. Wellington switches it. This is good football, end-to-end stuff. It was Bryson Pereira, I believe, was running onto it, just too heavy.
What a challenge that was for Prachit Gankar, the midfielder, doing exactly what is in the side there to do. Protect his centre halves. Ensure that the attack does not really blossom down the central areas. And Bengaluru will be on edge here. They'll be desperate for the opening goal. FC Goa doing everything in their power to keep the two-time champions at bay here. Once again, possession, you wouldn't mind whatsoever. It's possession that does not hurt FC Goa. Keep playing it between the two centre halves. But you know that big switch is always on, especially with the likes of Yafar Emba as the left centre half.
Do you know what? That tackle was much needed from Prachit Gankar, because Rishi Singh was bearing down. He had green grass to run into, and FC Goa defenders were backpedaling. Prachit Gankar, he was striking back and made that challenge from behind. Once again, Yafar Emba with that long switch looking for Ashik Adhikari. Kansamaka Singh does really well, and this ends in a goal kick, so that's a profitable outcome. Yafar Emba trying to go for his classic long balls and trying to find Ashik Adhikari. Kansamaka Singh does well.
Well defended again by Kansamaka Singh, who is an excellent fullback, not just defensively, but he will have a mark going forward. He's got that engine on and he goes all 90 minutes at full clip. That's why he's one to watch out for in terms of FC Goa, in terms of the first team. Of course, the Reliance Foundation development is the pathway here for these boys to venture into the first team of their respective clubs. And that's what the RFDL is all about here. You see the two teams absolutely deadlocked here in the final. Nothing to separate them. It's going to take a moment of magic, isn't it, Kumar, to open up the scoring?
Something has to come. Either a tired leg, an arrow, or a moment of magic, or a howler. It has to be something, because, you know, in such kind of finals, in such cagey affairs, you've got to have something. And for Bengaluru, the chance fell to Rishi. That could have been the moment. And there's going to be one good chance falling for FC Goa as well. It's going to be really crucial to see if they can take it. Right now, it's Bengaluru who's attacking. Good football. Rishi once again on this right-hand side. Shrugged away. Rishi still going on, though. There's no foul, says the assistant referee. Good defending from the Goa boys.
No surprises, Prachit Gankar again. The defensive shift that he's putting in midfield has been first class here, allowing the likes of Wellington Fernandez to push forward and not worry about what's happening behind him. Prachit Gankar, excellent in that centre defensive midfield role here, mopping up everything before the centre halves can get to it. Excellent stuff here from Goa, who keep their defensive structure and shape, forcing Bengaluru to try and do something out of the ordinary, try and break open the deadlock here. You have to
Yeah,
remember,
absolutely right. Prachit Gangkar, he's not seen much of the ball moving offensively, but he is put on a defensive shift, and that's what is required. And look at how he's maintaining that shape, Prachit Gangkar, playing in the center areas. This is a measured ball in, that back flick coming in from Rishi. Once again, Bengaluru. This was the kind of passes that were working against Kerala Blasters. This is how they scored goal. This is how they absolutely dominated Kerala. But against Goa, this is a long switch coming into picture. Shot! Oh my word! So close. Hits the side post. And that was Taurim Kelvin Singh, the substitute. Wow.
what a pass that was to open up the FC Goa defense. Taram Kelvin Singh stays on side. He does everything but score on that occasion. It's a brilliant ball in. It's weighted to perfection. Kelvin Singh onside. The first touch is brilliant. And from there, you expected the net to bulge. But it's the post that comes to FC Goa's rescue. And that's the warning sign fired. And the first real big opportunity here in the second half goes to Taram Kelvin Singh.
Talk about that delivery from Haubam Ricky Meaty. Just brought on as a substitute, and what a ball that was. Delightful first touch from Taurim Kelvin Singh. Remember, he got that goal against FC Goa, the second goal in the encounter in group stages, and that's why Randy brought him on and nearly scored the decisive goal. I won't say that would have been the winner, but that would have been a dagger in the heart of FC Goa and their fans if Taurim Kelvin Singh scored that, which he so nearly got onto it.
A long ball forward as Bengaluru Football Club searching for answers here. They'll know that those long balls will keep working for them. And we see some of the first team players out there in the middle here on full support, making sure that their presence is known. 10 minutes into the second half, still 0-0, but oh my, that was so close. We expected the net to bulge, didn't we, there on that occasion, post time coming to FC Goa's rescue.
And Taurim Kelvin Singh, but the kind of player he is, he's not one who's going to aggressively celebrate. He's not one that's going to show some antics. He's a very calm person, and that's what helps him as a striker. He's calm, he's composed. You look at his first touch, and that's not easy. Trapping that ball that's coming up and over you. That's a ball that's coming up and over. That's not coming from sideways. So Taurim Kelvin Singh does really well to trap that ball. His first touch was good. His finish nearly as good. If not for the side post, I'm sure Lionel Dalrimi would be a lucky man. He would be absolutely lucky if that would have gone in. That would have changed the complexion. Long shot from distance, straight to Remy. He has no difficulties whatsoever.
Remy is being tested a lot more here as Bengaluru Football Club trying to be as direct as possible in terms of the construction of their attacks. Again, FC Goa trying to venture forward on the right-hand side. It's a chase on here. Well defended. Beautifully done.
There's Taurim Kelvin Singh once again on the previous occasion who took a shot. He's been brought on as a substitute, and he says, you know what, I'm going to try my luck. I'm not going to sit here. I've been brought in for a purpose, and I'm going to try to fulfill that purpose. And Taurim Kelvin Singh might well be the game changer. And Renedy, those substitutions, I think they have been working. It was those two substitutes working together, Haubam Ricky Meaty and Taurim Kelvin Singh, in creating that chance as there's a man down for FC Goa.
A lot of effort, and you can expect a bit of cramping here, especially with the hot conditions as the sun is setting down at the GMC Stadium in Goa. It has been a final that has kept us on the edge of the seat, well over 55 minutes on the clock. This will go the distance here, Kumar, and that's the thing. Who's going to keep their nerves? Who's going to keep their concentration till the final whistle? It almost feels like it's going to be a moment that decides the final.
Well, I'm not saying anything, but we have not had any penalties in this season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Still plenty of time to go. There's 30 plus minutes, but yeah, sometimes finals could be decided in penalties. The last time around, it was probably very easy for Mohan Bagan. Won it 3-0 against Classic. That was as easy as possible. Classic, who were a really good team, and now the substitutions comes in. There's Kavya Sunil Katkar. We were waiting for him. Sean Francis Fernandez, evening is done. A word on Sean Francis Fernandez, Suraj?
It'll be a frustrating game for him, not getting the service that he was hoping for in the final after being drafted into the starting 11. Now with the introduction of Kavya Katkar, who does make those runs from midfield into the box, certainly has the cutting edge and has scored, of course, in the National Championship, that all-important goal against Punjab Football Club to settle the nerves in the second leg, just as an insurance policy. Now, having gotten that goal scoring touch, Sean Fernandez will be disappointed here, Kumar. You don't want to be hooked in a final, especially when you're the known centre forward, but needs must from head coach Israel Gurung's point of view.
But you know what? He got that one chance when Asher Franz Rodriguez put the ball inside the box. And there was a curling ball. Sean Francis Fernandez was nearly on the end of it. But offensively, of course, none of those Goa players, barring Sheikh Mohammad Ismail and Wellington, have enjoyed much luxury. But defensively, he did his job. Sean Francis Fernandez, he was acting as a pressing machine up front alongside his partner. And I think he's done his job as a defensive attacker in the pressing games. Good clearance, though, from this free kick.
And Kavya Karkar will just slot into the midfield, which means that Sangam Shetty might just be drafted as the centre forward here as we approach the final half an hour. It just feels like a moment will decide this contest. Good, very good defending on that occasion. Brave from Yafaremba.
Do you know what? All the matches that I've seen, so we have seen 2 matches between FC Goa and Bengaluru. All of those matches have been tight, and it has gone right down the wire. In the first game as well, wherein Bengaluru were leading 1-0, FC Goa were creating those chances, and Cetroy Carvalho, he equalized in the dying minutes. That was a tremendous header. In the second, yes, Bengaluru won 2-0, but Goa were not far behind. Arbash got a penalty in that game, and Lionel Dalurimi saved his penalty earlier in the first half. But then Hangshing and Sertocom combined for the first goal, and Samson combined with Tarum Kelvin Singh to score the second. And Tarum Kelvin Singh is on the pitch. Sertocom is on the pitch. Hangshing is on the pitch. And those combinations could come in for Bengaluru, but you've got to give credit to Goa and their defense. Referee has blown his whistle. Is that a free kick?
Here's a free kick there. Finished with this with a smile on his face. He's had an excellent game. He's let the game flow. He's kept his cards in his pocket as much as he could have. We approach the final half an hour here. As we mentioned before, we haven't seen pens yet in the Reliance Foundation Development League. Are we going to see it in the grand finale? It would be a very cruel way to decide a final. These two teams will be looking and hoping that it doesn't get to the stage.
The ball played forward. Yafaremba he does well. Yafaremba is really strong. He's solid. He's got a good base. And it's really hard to shrug Yafaremba off the ball. He's a proper central defender, Yafaremba. And alongside, when he's supported by Bangson, these two, they form a formidable pair.
5 clean sheets in the national group stages for Bengaluru Football Club. That does not happen by accident. It's hours and hours of defensive drills on the training pitch. That is what we're seeing here as Yafaremba continues to really threaten here with those switches. Beautiful football again from Bengaluru.
Hangshing on the ball now. Hangshing goes down. The referee sees nothing wrong. Hangshing still tussling in with Sheikh Mohammad Ismail, and is not to his happiness and not to his likeliness. The throw-in goes to FC Goa.
He has to be careful that his reactions doesn't go over the top, so that the referee will be telling that to Humlela Hangshing, who's seen a lot of the action in the first half down that left-hand side. He's one of those attacking fullbacks that you just love to have in your team, knowing that every time the overlap needs to be made, he will make it.
All Hangshing needs is one ball. With the kind of quality he's got into that left foot, all he needs to whip in one ball, and Sertocom would be lurking. And remember, Sertocom has got a great header onto him. He's not the tallest player out there, but his leap and his jump is really impressive. We saw that same with Rishi as well, right? Not the tallest, but there was a chance in the first half. Ball was inside the box. Rishi rising the highest, and similarly Sertocom as well. And those two players are not the tallest, but they've got that DNA. They really go for the headers. And already Hangshing and Sertocom have combined. We saw that in the semi-finals as well. And that could be the undoing of FC Goa, but only if Hangshing puts a decent delivery inside the box.
The defensive work by Karan Fialo and Wesley Desai has been first class. Thought about Cetroy Carvalho's absence, and all eyes would have been on him. That's the kind of miss that you don't want to have in a final, but Karan Fialo in his absence has slotted in seamlessly here. FC Goa continue to keep Bengaluru Football Club at arm's length. Yes, 0-0 the scoreline, him on a knife edge.
Good football once again. Now from the right hand side, Ashik Adarkari loses possession. Look at the press though. Rishi wins it back. But given cheaply, Sangam Subhash Shetty on the ball looking to combine. And not happening for FC Goa offensively. Defensively, they have done well, kept Bengaluru at bay. But offensively, whenever they are getting the ball, it's cheap the way they are losing possession, I would say. Have to be a bit more resourceful, because as the time passes on, Bengaluru will switch on the gas. They will attack more and more. So whenever they get those chances, FC Goa, to probably go on the counter, they have to be a bit more careful and resourceful with the ball.
Goal certainly have to keep that concentration levels up here. Despite not seeing very much of the ball here, they're still controlling the game. We've seen that with elite coaches like Jose Mourinho, where he likes to control the game without the ball. And that's something that head coach Israel Gurung is taking a page out of here. Yes, he's ceded a lot of possession, not seen his side create too many chances. It's all about conserving energy and trying to hit the two-time champions at an opportune moment here. Bengaluru Football Club defensively have looked very, very comfortable here, Karan. Kumar, rather, in a final, is an opportunity for Bengaluru. They'll feel that they have to keep going till the very end, but the threat from FC Goa will be there till the final whistle.
And they'll keep on there, of course. And there's not going to be a single instance wherein FC Goa will not come at you, even though they will not be leading the possession charts. Metrics would be in favor of Bengaluru, but they will come at you. And Wellington is going to be the first. But this time around, Wellington pass was a bit, how would I say, not the best. And leads to an attack from Bengaluru, but the defenders are on to Sangam Subhash Shetty now could lead the counter for FC Goa. Bryson Pereira, once again, not the best of passes. The passing game for FC Goa has been a bit disappointing. Both the teams now just handling out possession cheaply, ping-pong football, and then that long switch does not work to perfection.
Tired legs will certainly play a part. I'm sure the first half, the players would have given their absolute all in terms of effort. Now it's all about trying to conserve the energy and use it vitally. That's where the benches for both sides will play a huge, huge part. As we've got 25 minutes plus added on time remaining. What has been such a tense final. Absolutely nothing to separate the two sides. We're in Group A. We've already met each other before. Then the finals, not giving each other an inch on the pitch.
You know what? You talk about tired legs, right? These two teams and these two sets of boys playing their third game in a span of 7 days. And I mean, yes, teams these days are accustomed to playing that amount of games. You've got those physios, you've got those trainers who drill your boys, but still, there would be a few tired legs come as the clock ticks closer to 90 minutes. Ashika Dikari was tussling over there, but in vain. It would be a throw-in though for Bengaluru.
Good work there by Sangam Shetty, helping out defensively. An extra body back there to make sure that Bengaluru don't have a smooth path in front of goal. Adhikari with the throw-in. Lovely turn there from Mohammad Arbash.
That's what Arbash can bring. Just one turn, and Hangshing from distance tries his luck. And never troubling Lionel Remy. Goes wide. But Hangshing, there you see, they're trying to create more ideas and not relying on the traditional route wherein we have seen Bengaluru put balls inside the box or play centrally. Hangshing trying to lace his boots from distance. That's a good effort. Execution, that's what we have been talking about. Execution needs to improve.
Al Hangshin from left back finding himself in a central position to let fly from distance. In a game as tight as this, sometimes it takes a special moment to beat the defense. A shot from distance might be the tonic here as FC Goa still feeding off scraps. Forward players waiting for the opportunity but doesn't arrive. Bengaluru defend that situation very comfortably as they have throughout the match. What a pass that is from Suraj Singh.
This is good. Once again on the attack, but FC Goa, they've given the ball cheaply. That's not going to help their cause. Tarim Kelvin Singh on this left-hand side now. Ashraf Rodriguez tracking him, and Ashraf Rodriguez does really well. Tarim Kelvin Singh attempted that cross inside the box. Ashraf Rodriguez intercepting, and that's the kind of performance we have seen. Ashraf Rodriguez was the hero in the first semi-finals against Punjab, wasn't he?
And he really was a defensive masterclass, opening the scoring when the game was tight and when his team were under pressure. I think having the two glorious opportunities for Bengaluru Football Club, Kumar, if he scores early on in the second half, the complexion completely changes. Tied it over, giving FC Goa a bit of respite here, continuing to implement their game plan as Mute on the right-hand side keeps possession, finding Deferemba.
Deferemba is the lone man back. Each and everyone pushing forward for Bengaluru. Now Yaifaremba as well crosses at half line. There's the long switch, the famous Yaifaremba switch, should we call it. Finds Hangshing. Hangshing goes on the outside. It does really well Sheikh Mohammad Ismail. Hangshing has the sheepish look at the referee, but he knows it. But once again, Yaifaremba with that long switch trying to find Hangshing. Hangshing does really well, but in the end, it's Sheikh Mohammad Ismail who comes on top.
We saw Sangam Shetty helping out defensively moments earlier. This time it's Mohammad Ismail really busts his gut to get back into a defensive position, implementing the game plan there from head coach Israel Gurung. The wingers are working tirelessly to make sure that the fullbacks are not left exposed. That's first class work there from both wingers, really. Sangam Shetty and Mohammad Ismail should be a comfortable gather for Lionel Remy and a quick release.
Wellington Fernandez turning. This could be a chance for Goa. There's plenty of space to exploit. There's Kavya Sunil Katkar who makes the overlapping run. Kavya Sunil Katkar has been found. Bungson tracking him, and Bungson, can he prevent the corner? No, he cannot. FC Goa on the attack have gained a corner set piece opportunity nearing the 70 minutes mark. Could this be the first goal for them from this set piece?
Such a tight game, it will be no surprises that if the opening goal does arrive from a corner or a set piece. Did see Prachit Gankar take all the corners in the first half. That pattern remains the same.
Prachit Gankar was hailed by Sahil Tavora. Probably said that he is a player to look out for, and he could absolutely stand on those promises if he delivers a good ball inside the box. Here's Prachit Gankar with the corner. Header coming in straight to Ahibam Suraj Singh. That's good though from FC Goa.
Good header there from Konsam Akar Singh, makes excellent contact either side of Suraj Singh, and it's possibly a goal for FC Goa. Bengaluru look for a quick transition, and it's FC Goa now growing into the game. That's a clever pass here for Wellington Fernandez.
Wellington goes on the outside. Two players tracking back. Wellington waiting for options and finds nothing. In the end, earns a corner. That's good from Wellington.
Excellent play there from the skipper once again. The driving force for his team from the midfield area, finding himself on either wing. He's been everywhere on the pitch here, Kumar. I would be so curious to see his heat map. He's been everywhere, hoping to try and influence the game for him, trying to lead from the front. We've got under 20 minutes remaining to go out preparing a substitution, but it's going to be after this corner.
It's going to be Prachit Gankar once again, this time from the other end. Remember on the previous corner, it was Konsam Akar Singh who rose the highest. Got a header on target, but straight at Ahibam Suraj Singh. An inch left or right. The story could have been different this time around. Prachit Gankar was in his mind. If he can deliver once again a good ball inside the box, FC Goa could be in paradise. There's the delivery cleared away. Good header, solid defensive header. It'll still fall to an FC Goa player. Will be a throw-in.
Excellent defending, excellent box defending, and now the double substitution will be made here as Malsa and Mervyn Fernandez both entering the fray here. Malsa did have the captain's armband in the previous game, and he will replace Wellington Fernandez. A transfer of the armband will happen as the double substitution occurs. Mervyn Fernandez slots into the midfield as well as he replaces Asher Rodriguez on the right-hand side. It doesn't look like for like here, Kumar. It seems that head coach Israel Gurung feels that this is the time to really go for it, as Malsa now got the captain's armband.
Yeah, and the under-23 man Wellington goes in. MSA comes in, so only one under-23 player can play in the side. And there's a like-to-like substitution, but with Mervyn coming in, I think they're going a bit more attacking. FC Goa, they do understand that Bengaluru will throw some bodies trying to win this game in the regulation time. And those fresh legs coming into picture and some attacking-minded player coming into picture, that could change the complexion. Asher Fran Rodriguez, his evening is done, his final is done, and what a tournament he has had. He's been an absolute servant for FC Goa, very crucial in the semi-finals, walks back, and also Wellington, who's been terrific in the 70 minutes that he has played in the grand finale.
Fresh legs in midfield, which means that FC Goa might go to a back three here with Akar Singh, Wesley Desai and Karan Fialo. Asher Rodriguez now on the subs bench. An extra presence in midfield here with Mervyn Fernandez just slotting in where Wellington Fernandez was. You might just see Malsa in that number 10 position as the creative influence for the home side. He has a foul there, as once the yellow card, has to be careful not to gesture too much for the referee and let him do his job in peace.
And Brassen Pereira, very quick to let Manish Vashish know that he wants a card for it. But sometimes referees do not like that kindly with those gestures coming in from players, but Brassen Pereira, he's okay and is safe to continue.
Like Sangam Shetty might just be the left back as it stands here, just showcasing his versatility all across the pitch. It's a move there by head coach Israel Gurung, as he certainly senses that this game is there to be won.
Yeah, you see Sangam Subhash Shetty playing as the left back, and it feels like Mervyn will go into that right-hand side. There's Mervyn on the right. He's got the ball now. Prachit Gankar, under some serious pressure, does well, and in the end, back to Lionel Remy. But there's some changes ringing in for the tactical in terms of FC Goa's lineup, how they're lining up in this grand finale now with those two substitutions coming into picture. Sangam Subhash Shetty, look at him once again. He's starting as the left back now. Does really well, MSA now moving forward with purpose. There's the long switch, but not the intended result.
See what Malsa was trying to do. They're immediately picking his head up and going for the big switch out there as head coach Mehdi Singh will respond with a change of his own. Ashik Adhikari's evening comes to an end. A very adventurous performance from the right back. Not getting too far forward. A change here, which means that Rakshit Anil will slot into the midfield area here as head coach Randy Singh almost looking to match the changes of Israel Gurums.
That's a good change. Rakshit Anil is a good player. He'll get onto that midfield areas, see some of the ball, trying to turn onto it, and he'll complement Mohammad Arbash really well. So that's a really good change from Randy. Good first touch from Rishi, who's now facing. There's the overlapping run. Rishi finds Ricky Mete. Could be a cross inside the box, cleared away. And that was needed as well. Still, Bengaluru have the ball. It's Mohammad Arbash. Can he create something? Lays it off to Hangshing. Hangshing looking for options. He's got an option available in the form of Taram Kelvin Singh, who's hugging that left touchline. And Taram Kelvin Singh sees nothing, goes back. But there you see, Bengaluru still playing very high, trying to create those chances. Rishi, his first touch has been immaculate. Probably the best chance fell to Rishi. FC Goa pressing really well though.
Once again, the clearance in the box was from Wesley Desai, who's been excellent throughout. Number of play. There's a decent chance there, off balance, off target there. Once again, Wesley Desai makes sure that he kept a close eye on the run from distance. Brilliant pass this from Ricky Mete. He faded it. He stays on side. And this is excellent defending once again. Kumar, I've lost a number of times, the count actually, the number of occasions where Wesley Desai has been the main man defensively, taking the responsibility in the absence of Citra Cavallo, his centre-half partner, and he really has led that defensive line beautifully. The number of clearances, interceptions, and blocks that he's made, it's been a first-class display from the FC Goa defense.
And there was the chance for Sir to come. Once again, this time the substitute Ricky Mete floating one forward. He did that for Taram Kelvin Singh, and once again, this time around finding Sattercom, probably the best chance for him. He got a shot as well, just drifting wide. And how about Ricky Mete? That substitution has been influential. And those two long balls to find those two strikers for Bengaluru. Could have been 2-0 for Bengaluru right now if Taram Kelvin Singh did not hit the side post and if Sattercom could have finished it. Nearing the 76th-minute mark now, still 0-0. Something has to give up. It's either going to be Bengaluru or FC Goa.
Tired legs, tired minds, all playing a massive part as we head towards the final phase of what has been a thrilling encounter. Has kept us right on the edge. No chance here for both sides to really throw it away. It's going to have to take something special to break the defenses open here. No surprise that 9 clean sheets between the pair in the national group stages, and we're seeing that defensive masterclass being applied by both sides. Bengaluru have been rarely threatened. FC Goa have defended magnificently well as a unit.
Once again on the attack, Sangam Subhash Shetty from this left-hand side. Especially now that you've got Sangam Subhash Shetty as left back. He's a very attack-minded player, but there's a gamble. Can he do the defensive work? All he needs to do is track back. That's an easier said than done. But at least they've got Sangam Subhash Shetty in that left back position. That means there's an ultra-attacking left back who's got the instincts of a striker. So Israel Gurum, there's a filthy nutmeg coming in from Babish on Bryson Pereira.
Singh being put under a bit of pressure, decides to go long on that occasion. Switch out here, and this is exactly what FC Goa want. We continue to want Bengaluru to play those long balls and cede possession as they look to push up the pitch as a unit here. 12.5 minutes plus stoppage time remain here. What has been a long and arduous season in the 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. We started off with 54 teams across 9 regions, now whittled down to 2 teams. And heading into the business end of the final here, both head coaches looking to make those tiny tweaks to make sure that their side can get the difference.
Once again, tussling a lot of players on this left-hand side, FC Goa. And to be honest, both these sides could have been knocked out. They had their own moments of scarcity. For Bengaluru FC, their regionals was perfect. 5 games, 5 wins, 16 goals scored, 0 conceded. They've kept 5 clean sheets, and that was perfect. But in the zonals, in their 5 games, they had 3 wins. They lost 2. They lost against South United and they lost against Shredi Deccan. If South United had won their last game, Bengaluru would have been kicked out. They could not have qualified for the national. Instead, South United would have qualified. Bengaluru somehow managed, after South United lost their final game to PFC Kerala, That was the scare for Bengaluru, the national group stages. However, they were absolutely beautiful. And then, talking about FC Goa, towards the end of the national group stages, for a moment or so, you felt they could be kicked out. It felt like Sudeva, right, Srinidhi Deccan could qualify, as this time around Tarum Kelvin Singh is caught offside. So both these sides have had their scarcity. Both these sides have seen the lows, but here they are in the grand finale, and that's why you see such a tactical battle. They wanted, they both won the trophy. Bengaluru looking to be the third-time champion, FC Goa looking to be the first time around that they hold the silverware. Who's going to give up is the big question. Once again, good defending though. Look at that tracking back from Rishi. 79 minutes on the clock. He's absolutely running up and down the flanks.
Good work there by Suraj Singh again, but he's been put under pressure, and those kind of misplaced passes might give FC Goa a little bit of that impetus to go forward. They've got the crowd behind them every time FC Goa have the ball. You hear the decibels being raised in the GMC Stadium here in Goa, and to use their home advantage. It looks to put the ball into the box. At the overhead once again. The way that Bengaluru have defended as a unit here, Kumar, has been brilliant. They've given FC Goa very little in terms of chances.
The best chance was actually that Sheikh Mohammad Ismail chance wherein he went past Bangsa and Hangshing inside the box. After that, I don't think there has been some relative chances been created. There was a header from Konsima Singh from that corner that Prachit Gaukar took. That was their shot on target on the second half. But apart from that, I think Bengaluru defense has been solid, especially Bangsan Yaifaremba controlling those central areas. And now, Haubam Ricky Miti has slotted into that fullback position alongside Hangshing. So those four defenders have been and yet to be breached. It's Mohammad Arbash, probably not the kind of game he would have expected. He's been good. Trust me, there's not anything that you can say bad about Mohammad Arbash, but the kind of quality and standards he has set for himself would have wanted him to enjoy a bit more possession and impact the game.
Under 10 minutes plus added on time remaining in the final here. Still goalless. Still 0-0 as another big switch out here. Perfectly controlled down the left-hand side.
Tarum Kelvin Singh puts the delivery inside the box. Still danger looming in. Good fall in kindly. Sertocom, then the left foot shot. And then from distance, there's a shot and that's gone in. The deadlock is broken. Bengaluru FC are in the lead. And it's Haubam Ricky Mete scores the goal. The substitute does the magic. Oh, wow. What a time to score a goal in the grand finale.
It is a sensational finish from Ricky Mete. Talk about making an impact off the bench. Eyebrows were raised when head coach Randy Singh brought him on in the first half. But he makes the impact right towards the end. He has possibly snatched Goa's hearts here. It is a brilliant finish. It falls towards the edge of the box. And how about that for a composed finish into the corner? Hits it against the turf and it kicks off the surface. No chance there for Lionel Remy. It is brilliant from Bengaluru. And their 9 minutes plus stoppage time from their third Reliance Foundation Development League trophy.
Bengaluru are back there they belong. They are back winning the championship. Now it's all for FC Goa if they can respond. Mohammad Arbash takes a shot from distance. And now if FC Goa can respond, this would be a big story. The home fans have to get in and back these boys. Bengaluru are in the lead, and with the kind of defense we have seen, it's going to be really hard to breach them. Not much time remaining, Suraj, just 8 minutes.
8 minutes for stoppage time. FC Goa will have to throw the kitchen sink at the Bengaluru defense here. Will the Bengaluru defense stay calm, stay composed? They've done everything right here. But as we approach the final few minutes, the concentration levels will have to be dialed up to 100 here. FC Goa have to throw everything that they have here. Their hopes of getting their first championship at the Reliance Foundation Development hanging by a thread, as that goal from Ricky Mete coming at a clutch moment for the two-time champions and could possibly add yet another star on their badge.
Well, already the two-time champions, nearly on the verge of becoming the third-time champions. And if that has to change, these boys wearing the white stripes today have to put up a monumental comeback. They're trailing by 1 goal, just 7 minutes remaining plus the stoppages, and they have to find something significant. They've got all the potential. If I've seen any team throughout the national group stages, throughout the regionals and the zonal, scrap, claw, fight and edge for it is FC Goa. They can produce a comeback. They've got the personalities, they've got the players. It's all about if they've got the courage and if they've got the character.
Prachit Gaukar on that occasion wasn't tracking the run of Ricky Mete, who just trashed the box. Every good midfielder does. He's been all over the pitch. We saw his creative influence with those clip passes for his forwards as head coach Randy Singh is bouncing up and down the touchline, demanding perfection. He knows that his side are very, very close to getting both hands on the trophy here. FC Goa, what do you have in your reserves? You have to dig deep. You have to throw absolutely everything that you have here if you're going to try and take this game to penalties. Bengaluru Football Club will be hoping for the cushion goal because their nerves will be jangling. They have done everything here and they've finally got their reward. And it came from the first half substitute Ricky Mete.
Ricky Mete created those two chances, one for Satocom and one for Tarum Calvin Singh. And those strikers could not get the job done. He says, you know what? I'm going to lace up my boots. I'm going to apply the finishing touches. And he really does that. Talk about a substitution from Randy. We talked about it, right? We talked about it could be a masterclass. It could be something else. In the 42nd minute, in the first half, he didn't even wait for the halftime whistle. He said, you know what, Samson, your evening is done. I'm bringing in Haubam Ricky Mete as Marvin picks up a yellow card. And he brings in Haubam Ricky Mete. And his influence has been visible. First of all, creating those chances. And in the end, scoring what potentially could be the winning goal. And what gives Bengaluru FC their third title.
What we have seen from Bengaluru is they have created opportunities. We saw Rishi's team having two glorious opportunities. Sertocom hitting the post. If you look at the balance of play, Bengaluru will feel that they thoroughly deserve this final. But they've got 5 minutes from stoppage time to try and navigate this one. FC Goa will have to dig deep here, Kumar. They'll have to throw absolutely everything that they have here. Head coach Israel Gurung might need to make a few more substitutions if need be here.
The ball inside the box. Haibam Suraj Singh does not collect it properly, but he goes back into his position. Now then, a corner for FC Goa, 86 minutes on the board. This could be a chance from the set piece. We have already seen Konsa Singh get a shot on target from that corner. If there's a decent delivery once again inside the box, and this would be a perfect time to equalize.
Massive, massive moment here. FC Goa have to capitalize with the set pieces here. Absolutely nothing in terms of open play, but set pieces would be a great leveler. Prachit Gaonkar lines this one up.
Here's Prachit Gaonkar with the corner. And this time around towards that far stick. Cleared away Prachit Gaonkar once again, puts it inside. A chance for Bengaluru now maybe to go on the counter. Mohammad Arbash very calm on the ball. And just keeping possession, Bengaluru. They do need to reinvent the wheel. Even if they keep the ball, take it to the corners. Probably a bit of game management. And they are going to be the champions. Not much time remaining, just 4 minutes plus the stoppages. Rightly said. Goa have to throw the kitchen sink. Hell, they have to throw everything at it. They have to take the whole house down if they want to equalize and stay alive in the competition. As Bengaluru, as solid as they have been defensively, and not going to be easy to breach them. And with the lead, they can control the ball much better. You've got Arbash, you've got those players in the midfield areas that can really dominate when they are in the lead.
Bengaluru are doing in terms of game management is first class here, keeping the ball away from the goal, but those clever one-touch passes frustrating the FC Goa players. Those kind of balls has to be more perfect, well defended, and now pushed onto the right-hand side.
Ball inside the box. Header! Haibam Suraj Singh collects. It was Kavya Sunil Khatkar who got a chance. His header probably not had the venom to trouble Haibam Suraj Singh, who collects nonetheless.
The first real chance that FC Goa created an open play here. Kavya Khatkar coming off the bench, looking to try and get the equalizer. Decent delivery here. Not enough pace on it. Kavya having to generate all that power here. Backpedaling. Just about gets set on target. Comfortable. Haibam Suraj Singh, who's had very little to do, and this is head coach Israel Gurung doing the kitchen sink in terms of substitution. Ruel Guez replaces Bryson Pereira.
Last-ditch effort from Israel Gurung. As you watch into that header once again, rightly said, Kavya Sunil Khatkar was backpedaling and he had to generate all the power by himself. And that's the reason the header was lacking that venom. Haibam Suraj Singh would be really happy. There's nothing much to trouble him. Was fairly comfortable with that save. Had gone down for a while, now is back onto his two legs. And that substitution coming in, Ruel Goez. You've seen Ruel Goez come on and create some impact. This would be the perfect time to absolutely gather himself on the game and probably turn the tide in favor of FC Goa.
If there's ever a time for Ruel Guez to score a goal, this would be it here. As head coach Israel Goram with the final roll of the dice here. FC Goa defending with everything that they have had. But that moment of magic there from Ricky Metia finding the bottom corner in a clutch time. As approaching the final 10 minutes, Bengaluru still will feel that they want a cushion goal here. There's Arbash.
Arbash was very comfortable on the ball, combining with Bobish. Arbash momentarily losing possession. Bengaluru back onto it. It's just 90 seconds, less than 90 seconds remaining of the regulation time. It's going to be really crucial how many stoppages have been added. I don't think we have had much interruptions. There have been a few injuries. There was a water breakage. Expecting 4 minutes added on, Suraj, maybe?
About 4 to 5 minutes as we expect. A minute remaining of normal time. Bengaluru can nearly reach out and touch it here. After a 2-year absence in the final, this would be some way to seal their name on the trophy. And as you mentioned before, Kumar, they could have very easily been knocked out in the zonals. They rode their luck, but from there, they have been outstanding. The defense, the attack, all in balance. And now it's all coming together here. As FC Goa running out of time, running out of legs. They're playing on fumes here. Full marks in terms of the effort. And the foul given there, possibly looking to just put those balls into the box. Under 30 seconds of regulation time remain.
Quickly taking that free kick. Time is of essence right now for FC Goa. There's the ball forward. But there's Bangson as well. As usual, the central defender, solid, calm, composed, makes the interception, finds Taram Kelvin Singh. And then on the overlap, there's a run. Or could be the second as well. But the referee blows his whistle. 6 minutes added on in the meanwhile. That's the fourth official's indication. But I'm not so sure what that whistle was all about.
6 minutes of stoppage time. There's plenty of time for FC Goa to try and create a couple of opportunities. Might just see Bengaluru Football Club just retreating into the defensive shape, putting the ball away, and now an opportunity. Every chance here to go and add the seal here.
Taram Kelvin Singh makes a run. Taram Kelvin Singh on the ball. Taram Kelvin Singh straight to Lionel Remy. That was the chance to go and kill the game. Still FC Goa are very well alive. 5 minutes remaining. Taram Kelvin Singh, that was a golden opportunity to get that cushion, isn't it?
Well, talk about the substitutions here, Kumar. The subs have worked perfectly for head coach Randy Singh. Everything he's touched has turned into goal. Kelvin Singh has come on and added a completely different dimension to their attack. They're very close to scoring. He has made a real impact down the left-hand side and nearly iced the game right towards the end.
Well, Taram Kelvin Singh, to be honest, should have scored that second one. It was Sato Kam who finds Taram Kelvin Singh on the left-hand side. His shot was a bit timid, and if that second would have come, the game would have been done and dusted for all money. But still, FC Goa are alive in it. 4 minutes remaining, more than 4 minutes remaining, so there's plenty of time to create at least one good attack. And if there's a decent enough delivery inside the box, there's plenty of players inside the box. Oh, wow. That was a ball inside and nearly getting a header onto it.
There's Kavya Katkar again as another delivery into the box. Slightly overhead, should be able to clear. Kavya Katkar has been the main box presence here for FC Goa. Head coach Randy Singh keeps applauding, keeps motivating his players to make sure that that defensive solidity remains. Just over 4 minutes remain. FC Goa running out of time. Do they have anything left in their reserve?
Once again, an attack building from the Ryan side. Could be a ball inside the box. There's the ball inside, cleared away. Falls to Shangam Subhash Shetty. There's the back flick attempt. Wow, last is defending. It's all happening right now. 4 minutes remaining in the finals.
Yafaramba with a brilliant bit of defending there. Needed to get everything that he had behind it. As Bengaluru Football Club, it's Kelvin Singh who's coming off here. Interesting substitution, but no surprise that it is Suraj Singh who will come on for the final 3.5 minutes to shore up that defense here. It's an indication that Bengaluru want to kill this off here in terms of defensive solidity. Suraj Singh waiting to come onto the pitch here as FC Goa now looking to throw this one into the box.
There's a long throw-in taken in. Could result into something. And then whacked away towards safety. Each and every clearance from Bengaluru will lead them closer to the trophy.
Just under over 3 minutes remain here as another ball into the box should be comfortably cleared. Bunsen Singh and Yaifaramba, well, they have just been imperious at the back, haven't they? Sensational performance from the two centre halves. With halfway through stoppage time here, FC Goa running out of time. Can they create a glorious opportunity? They'll try everything in their locker here. Konsamaka Singh down the right-hand side pushes the ball onto the right.
180 seconds remaining. And 180 seconds is a lot of time in football to create a chance. Prachit Gaukar slides it. This could be the moment. Oh, wow. What a save from Mahibam Suraj Singh. This was the moment for FC Goa. What a turn that was. And then the shot. Melvin it was, and Ahibam Suraj Singh with an important save.
Well, Kumar, I think the offside flag might have been raised here. Let's have a look at this brilliant pass. This from Prachit Gaonkar. He's clearly onside. Magnificent save from Ivan Suraj Singh. Talk about the goalkeeper coming up clutch in the big moments. And he's bailed his team out here. And I think the offside flag was raised, but I don't think he was offside there, Kumar.
Not so sure, but the assistant referee raised the flag. And he raised it as... I also think there was not an offside. But Ahibam Suraj Singh did not know. He had to make the save. What a turn that was from Melvin. And Prachit Gaonkar finding that delivery. This was what we expected from FC Goa. Maybe a little too late now to create those chances. Still 120 seconds remaining. Look at those white bodies pushing forward. Everyone for Bengaluru back. One-touch football. Could be a cross inside the box and cleared away. This will be a corner. And this could be the last-ditch opportunity for FC Goa.
Well, does Lionel Remy now venture his way into the box here? Time running out for FC Goa. Under 90 seconds remain. Royal Goers will take this corner from the far side on his left foot. No sign of Lionel Remy yet. FC Goa keeping the powder dry on this occasion.
And Lionel Remy should join the attack. This is the last-ditch attempt. Ruel goes with the delivery. Cleared away towards safety. Strong defensive header. Falls to Prachit Gaonkar. Prachit Gaonkar probably for a moment felt like he can shoot, and then he shoots up and over. And that could be the last moment for FC Goa.
A minute remaining. Bengaluru Football Club, we can expect their bench to just burst out into celebration. They have done everything right here. A magnificent semi-final performance put everybody on notice, dispatching Kerala Blasters by 10-0 on aggregate. And now in a final, they have not put a single foot wrong. They have been brilliant from minute 1 to minute 90. They've had to be patient, and they got their rewards with 10 minutes remaining. Mete scoring what turns out to be the winner as it stands, as they still search for the second goal. FC Goa battling, doing everything that they have, as they're running out of time here. 20 seconds of stoppage time remain at the GMC Stadium as we wind down the 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League.
What a season this has been. It's been absolutely filled with thriller games, teams that have given everything, coaches that have shown us tactical solidarity, and it all comes down to this. This could be the last moment. Rishi marauding forward. What a run this is from Rishi to pin the final touches. Good defending. Maybe this could be the last attack for FC Goa. Ruel Goes. A backheel pass coming into picture. There's the ball up front. Bengaluru wanting the offside flag. Ahibam Suraj Singh comes and clears. Tensions rising in. And the full-time whistle could be coming anytime soon now.
And Coach Randy Singh just begging for the full-time whistle. They are so close here, Bengaluru Football Club, to their 3rd Reliance Foundation Development League trophy. They have been perfect in the final. They've kept a clean sheet. And now they are moments away from the bench and the players to explode into celebration.
Interestingly, Manish Vashish has not shown... I think he has shown a few yellow cards. Yes, there was Melvin who was booked. Earlier, Samson as well. And there it is. The full-time whistle from Manish Vashish. Bengaluru are champions once again. 3rd time they have taken the crown of Reliance Foundation Development League. The party begins at the GMC Stadium. Full-time, Bengaluru FC 1, FC Goa 0.
Well, head coach Randy Singh has put on a tactical masterclass here. The subs he put on, all coming up in trumps in those clutch moments, delivering for their side. And it's that man, the number 38, Ricky Mete. He will be remembered for being the match winner in the 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. The centre half, absolutely brilliant. They've been the unsung heroes, keeping yet another clean sheet. They have kept a clean sheet throughout the national championship, kept Kerala Blasters at bay, and now FC Goa in the final. It has been a sensational tournament for the 2-time champions, and now the 3-time champions. Congratulations to Bengaluru Football Club. Commiserations to FC Goa, whose tournament ends in a heartbreaking manner in the final, as Anup Raj has got some tears in his eyes. We expected that. It's been his team. He's led them throughout, and then handing over the reins to head coach Randy Singh to apply the finishing touches.
Anup Raj, that man is a champion. And the emotions on his face tells the story. It's been hard fought. It was not easy, the grand finale. It went right down the wire and it needed something special. And those substitutes worked in really well. Randy leading Anup Raj to his third title. And it's been absolutely brilliant from Bengaluru. Throughout the tournament, they have played 23 games. They have had just 3 losses, only 4 draws. Combine this, that's their 16th win. That's a team that deserves to be called the champions. Take nothing away from FC Goa. At moments, you felt like FC Goa would not qualify in that national group stages and reach the national championship. They fought. They fought till the very end against Punjab. They did really well in the semi-finals, defeating a very strong side. And found themselves in the grand finale, fighting for 80 minutes. But that solitary strike from the substitute Harbam Ricky Mete proves to be the difference. Renedy is happy. Anup Raj is happy. Whole of Bengaluru is happy, that's for sure.
All smiles for Bengaluru Football Club head coach Randy Singh making his presence known on the bench as Bengaluru Football Club by the bare margin of the Ricky Mete goal. Dispatch FC Goa in the final, the home crowd advantage till the very end, throwing everything that they've had. Bengaluru Football Club doing well defensively as we take you through some of the stats in what has been an incredible final to wrap up the 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Bengaluru having more of the ball as we saw throughout the campaign. 5 shots on target, 12 chances created to FC Goa's 8. FC Goa with 9 corners, not being able to take advantage of any of them as Bengaluru's defense remains solid till the very end. It has been a cracking encounter, a worthy final, kept us on the edge of the seats, Dentas Kumar.
Absolutely. And this is what you expect. I mean, against Kerala Blasters, Bengaluru scored 7 in the first and third in the second semi-finals. FC Goa as well scored 4 against Punjab and then lost the game 2-1. But in the finals, this is what you expect. Tactical battle. Both the coaches, they have to be proud of this setup. Both the coaches, Anup Raj and Israel Gurung, the way the boys have performed throughout the tournament, not just the finals. This was Tarum Kelvin Singh who got the closest. We thought this could have been the moment, but coming back to it, both the coaches should be proud of the team for the boys, the effort they have put in. Yes, Bengaluru have been the winner, but take nothing away from FC Goa. And some of these boys would shine on going into the Indian national colours as well. Some of them will represent the ISL clubs as well. So that's what we are talking about, Reliance Foundation Developmental League. Yes, it's Bengaluru who have won the tournament, but it's the victory of Indian football. It's the victory of Indian youth football. And these boys, they will be keen to make their mark on.
Well, what a way that was to add the finishing touches off the bench. Ricky Mete, all eyebrows were raised as to head coach Randy Singh making that change in the first half, but he knew exactly what was up. In terms of the creativity, it was all him in terms of playing those balls in behind the Goa defense. And when they had the opportunity to go forward, they found their moment. Kelvin Singh could have iced the game right towards the end, but his effort hit straight at Lionel Remy, but FC Goa had one more opportunity in them to try and add what would have been a dramatic equalizer right towards the end. Mervin Fernandez's effort, which was adjudged as offside, but if you look at the replay there, he was on, and if that ball found its way into the back of the net, there have been a lot of questions asked. This was the omen. Prachit Gaonkar, who has been brilliant all throughout, was clearly onside, and with that effort, Ibam Singh diving to his right, getting his fingertips to it, and pushing that away. That was the moment for FC Goa right towards the end to try and get the equalizer and take the game to penalties. But Bengaluru's defense held firm as they have throughout. 5 clean sheets in the national group stages and 3 clean sheets in the national championship. And that's why they are your 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League champions.
Champions of the inaugural season, then back-to-back champions in the second. Probably lost their way in the third and fourth, but now back where they belong, on top of the helm. Champions of the 5th season as well. Bengaluru FC, it's a win of the entire system. It's a win of their reserve team. It's a win of their youth setup. And that goes to show you how well that residential academy is functioning for Bengaluru. The BFC soccer school, they nurture a lot of young boys over there. It's a complete ecosystem that has won today. It's not just these 11 players or the coach or the guys on the bench. It's that entire Bengaluru ecosystem that has won. And that's their idea. And that's their mentality. And to be honest, Suraj, I think you'll agree with me. They have played some of the best football we have seen in the national championship. Probably the best football we have seen among the 4 teams that qualified. those passes, those slick movements, those players interchanging positions, and thoroughly merited, isn't it?
Well, absolutely, thoroughly merited. Even in the finals, while the scoreline just shows a 1-0 advantage, they created more than enough to put FC Goa away. FC Goa having to ride their bit of luck. The finishing from Bengaluru Football Club, not at its top, but when it mattered the most, Ricky Mete finding the moment that just proved out to be far too much from FC Goa's point of view. FC Goa can be very, very proud of this tournament, entering the finals. Now they have the blueprint as to what it takes to try and get to the next level. Next season, for sure, we can expect FC Goa to come out all guns blazing and try to go one step further.
For sure. I mean, FC Goa semi-finalists in the last season, continuing their track record and doing one better, entering the grand finale, just falling short of the final hurdle. And next season, they can carry that blueprint. That's the right word. Now, they've had the taste of the grand finale, and they were so close to winning the trophy and lifting it. And now they've got the taste. They will be absolutely desperate to come back in the next season. And the head coach is Raul Kurung. I think he's done a good job. He should retain his position. He should be there leading this young bunch of boys. And who knows? I mean, this is the beginning of something special. And that's how any good team performs. You know, you get closer and closer, and you keep on knocking and you keep on knocking until you break that door. FC Goa, they were so close to winning their inaugural championship. Better luck next time. But fairly saying, they were beaten by the better team. Bengaluru throughout the tournament, they have shown tremendous quality with those players coming into picture. I cannot talk hardly about Arbash. He's been absolutely sensational from me throughout, not just this season. Remember the last season as well. He was so close. So that's a redemption for Arbash as well. Arbash and Rishi, these boys were playing for Classic, and they lost the finals against Mohan Bagan. So these boys, there's stories everywhere. Arbash, Rishi, Aibam Suraj Singh as well was playing for Classic. These boys came on in the grand finale this time around. Jerseys changed, teams changed, and the results have also changed. And I think Bengaluru, they play some of the best football. These boys thoroughly merited. And now time for just relax, time to just go out there, enjoy themselves, time for some party.
Well, it's been a long and arduous season going through the regionals to the zonals to the national group stages into the national championship. It certainly is time to put your feet up, but not for too long, as the game of football is a fickle one. You're only as good as your last game, and this is what head coach Randy Singh will be crucially telling his players to, yes, enjoy this moment, savor it. You're not going to forget moments like this when all said and done. But then it's for Bengaluru to keep going here. Next season, the impetus will be on them to try and retain their crown. They've done it once again before, and now they'll be expected to do it again next season here as Bengaluru Football Club are the Reliance Foundation Development League champions. Well, do stay tuned, guys. We have the presentation ceremony coming up very shortly. Enjoy the highlights in the meantime, as the presentation is just moments away. Well, we're moments away from the start of the presentation. It has been a magnificent season here at the Reliance Foundation Development League, yet another successful one, as the Reliance Foundation Development League continues to be a staple in the Indian football fan diet. Fantastic to see the number of viewers on the Reliance Foundation Youth Sports YouTube channel tuning in, supporting their team, driving the boys from a distance afar. And it has been yet another successful season as we are moments away from the start of the presentation ceremony, as we will have the individual and the team awards being dished out here. Do stay tuned, guys. Presentation ceremony moments away. Well, welcome to the presentation ceremony of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 5. And it is my pleasure now to invite onto the field our dignitaries for today, Dr. Caetano Fernandez, President of Goa Football Association, and of course, Subrata Paul, former Indian national team player and one of the best goalkeepers this country has had to offer, and Mayor Rajuddin Vadu, former Indian national team player and current coach of Mohammedan Sports Club, all out there to provide their supports and the individual and collective awards. It is absolutely our privilege to welcome our three dignitaries out there in the middle. The Reliance Foundation Development League would like to thank the All Indian Football Federation for their technical support and participating teams for giving us an action-packed Season 5 of the Reliance Foundation Development League. As we start by thanking our team officials whose support this tournament would not have been possible. Leading the way, the technical team is the match commissioner, Vipul Jain. Well, the officials need a huge amount of credit for keeping this tournament moving. They've refed at a very high level, and full credit has to go to Match Commissioner Vipul Jain and his team of officials who have been outstanding throughout to make sure that we've got the best in terms of the officials and the refereeing and let the boys go out there and express themselves. And there you have it, Manbir Singh today, the fourth official, will be the last one to collect the awards. The officials having done yet another spotless game here. And when the referees do not take the limelight, that's when you know the refs have had a fantastic game and let the football do the talking. There you have it, Dr. Caetano Fernandez, Subrata Paul, and Rajuddin Vadu, all handing out the awards here. And now it's time for the player of the match. This award goes to the man who scored the all-important goal in the final. It's a goal he will never forget. About Ricky Mete coming off the bench and providing the all-important goal. The match winner in the final is something that he will cherish for all his life. It's memories that you cannot forget. Congratulations to Ricky Mete from Bengaluru Football Club as he takes the player of the match. Then Vadu heading on the match award. And thank you again, Ricky Mete, for what a memorable goal for him. And now as the season winds down, it's time for the Golden Glove. The Golden Glove Award awarded to the goalkeepers kept the maximum amount of clean sheet. With a tally of 11 clean sheets, the Golden Glove Award for the best goalkeeper goes to Priyansh Dubey from Mohan Bagan Super Giants. Their last season's champions couldn't make it to the final phase here, but Priyansh Dubey will get the Golden Glove Award. As Priyansh Dubey is not available, we'll make sure that he does get that individual award that he'll certainly cherish. From the Golden Glove, we move on to the Golden Boot for the maximum number of goals scored throughout the campaign. 18 goals scored throughout the campaign. It is Tanbir Day from Northeast United Football Club. Huge congratulations to Tanbir, who was free scoring throughout the Reliance Foundation Development League, scoring the big goals, but unfortunately couldn't drive his team into the national championship. But in terms of a personal season, he can be very proud. 18 goals scored by Tanbir Day, as he is this season's Golden Boot winner. And then we hand on to the Golden Ball Award. The Golden Ball awarded for the most consistent player in the competition. And the winner of the Reliance Foundation Development League Season 5 Golden Ball winner is Konsam Sanatoy Singh from Punjab Football Club. Magnificent performance from Santoy Singh. He is there to collect his award. He has been the best player at the tournament for Punjab Football Club. He'll be looking to break into that first team here. Another memorable tournament for the number 11. Fortunately for Punjab, they couldn't be in the finals, but all smiles there from Sanatoy Singh. A tournament to remember for the Punjab winger. And now it's time for the team awards. Congratulations to both finalists today, but there can only be one winner. The runners-up today are the home side, FC Goa, as they'll collect their runners-up medals. For the first time they find themselves in the finals, they'll have to be contented with the silver medal, but they'll know that they're getting closer and closer to turning that silver medal into gold. Last season semi-finalists, this time finalists. Can they go a step further next season? We'll wait and see. Commiserations to FC Goa, but they can be so proud of the tournament that they've had. As we invite the FC Goa players who will be disappointed but should be so proud of the way that they've represented the badge. Commiserations to Goa, but also congratulations to the boys for a brilliant season, which ends in heartbreak right towards the end. All the players will collect their silver medals and they'll know, and that will serve as a motivation for them to go out there next season and change that silver into a gold. Sean Fernandez, Akash Singh, Bryson Pereira, they've been household names in the way that they've competed throughout the tournament. The boys have given absolutely everything that they've had. They'll be disappointed, but they can also take a lot of courage and pride knowing that they've come very, very close. They were 90 minutes away as Prachit Gaonkar receives his silver medal. It's great to see them. Handshakes with Subrata Paul. Lena Remy could not keep the clean sheet when it matters the most. He was powerless to stop the effort there from Ricky Mehta as the coaching staff, who deserve a massive amount of credit. Huge shout out to head coach Sugitesh Mandrekar in the absence of head coach Israel Gurung in the semi-finals, stepping up. But head coach Israel Gurung can be so proud of the way that his side have gone out there and represented the badge. Wellington Fernandez, the skipper, will collect the silver as head coach Israel Gurung will also get his silver medals here. Well, the captain and the coach out there in the middle here with our dignitaries today. Wellington Fernandez on your left with the number 14, and of course head coach Israel Gurung as they take their photos with the runners-up trophy with our dignitaries today here. Caetano Fernandez, Subrata Paul, and Mehraju Dinwadu all out there with our runners-up this season. Chin up, boys. You're getting closer and closer. And you'll possibly get there next season. Thank you very much to FC Goa. Well, they played well and they played in style. It's now time to celebrate the champions of the 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. Congratulations to Bengaluru Football Club. Previously a 2-time champions, now have an extra star to their name. Now, from here on forward, they will be known as the 3-time champions of the Reliance Foundation Development League. It is absolutely brilliant scenes for a side that have been very consistent in the national group stages, continuing their excellent form and keeping 3 monumental clean sheets while scoring goals, playing free-flowing football. We knew when the finalists was going to take a moment, and it did take a moment, as the boys in blue will collect their gold medals. What a performance. Bobish, Wumlelal, Hangshing. How about that for tournaments that they have had? They have continued to impress. Suraj Singh, the number 3, who came on right towards the end to add that extra bit of defensive solidity, collects his gold medal as well. Yaifa Remba, wow, he had a tournament to remember. Alongside Bangsan Singh, the 2 pillars in the Bengaluru defense. The number 19 and now the number 4 collect their individual award, their collective medals. Arbash there with yet another gold medal to his name. His trophy cabinet individually and collectively growing, as the substitute players also receiving their gold medals for their role that they've played throughout this tournament. This has been a tough tournament. The new format adding more and more games to the players, and we've seen the fruits of their labor coming to a fair here, as now the head coaches and the coaching staff can now enjoy their moment in the sun. Anuttara Raj, who had led his side beautifully, handed over the reins to Renedy Singh, and he did put on a tactical masterclass in the final. There is the man Anapraj, who deserves so much credit for the way he's got his boys drilled and ready for this game as he collects his gold medal alongside the skipper, Soto Kom. Another game, another tournament where Serto Korm kept scoring goals for fun. Scored 4 goals in the semi-final, came very, very close to marking his name on the score sheet in the finals, but it was the post that came to their rescue as the coach and the captain now celebrate with that gold trophy. Wow, that looks so sweet for Bengaluru Football Club as they are the 5th season Reliance Foundation Development League champions. Well, this is the moment they've all been waiting for. Take it in, boys. Enjoy this moment. Never forget what you have done. As Satocom and Bengaluru Football Club are your champions. A season to remember, a season they will never forget. This is the moment these boys have been waiting for all season long. All that effort, all the training now coming to the fray. And it's going to be a party in Bengaluru as these boys have made the city and the state proud. What a tournament it has been from them, and they'll celebrate all night long. Congratulations to Bengaluru Football Club. They are your champions.
And absolutely merited as well. Absolutely merited. I mean, the way they performed throughout the tournament, and third-time champions. I think it's a win for the entire structure, as already mentioned. It's a win for Anuptaz Raj, win for Renedy, win for all those employed and involved around the team setup, the physios, the goalkeeping coach, each and everyone who's a part of Bengaluru. And you can feel that, right? 3-time champions. You played 5 seasons, 3 times Bengaluru the champions. And does not happen with luck. It happens with proper system, proper ecosystem, and proper coaching, and that method, that approach has worked in their favor, and now they can enjoy themselves, isn't it?
Spot on there. As Bengaluru Football Club are crowned the champions, which brings us to the end of the 5th season of the Reliance Foundation Development League. But before signing off from here, we would like to extend a big thank you to all our partners, the local staff and volunteers who work tirelessly to deliver this championship as we look to nurture the best football talent in the country. A massive thank you to everybody present here. Until we meet again for the next edition of the Reliance Foundation Development League, stay safe, stay healthy. This is me, Suraj, signing off alongside my colleague Kumar Satyam in what has been a memorable Reliance Foundation Development League yet again. Bengaluru are your champions, and they will celebrate till the sun goes down. Congratulations, boys, and this is us signing off.